Masters, masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters, masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hyper RPG. We here are about to do Masters of the Metaverse. We are very excited for today's show. We've got some new cast members who you're going to meet. We are going to have a lot of fun with their stories of how this is all going to work. If you haven't seen the show before, it's a crazy sci-fi mashup. Got Quantum Leap, got Sliders, got them smashed together with dice. Not exactly, because, you know, intellectual property rights and all that, but it's kind of like that. It's a lot of fun. And if you have any questions, the rest of the folks in chat will happily help you out explaining how it works. We use a heavily modified version of Tristat DX, which means that low rolling, words are hard, low rolling is better, and the amount by which you beat your roll determines how successful you are. At certain store titles, we're going to do some things today where we will give you what we call a golden waffle. That is the, I won't call it a monstrosity. That's the treat that we had before the opening credits earlier, where we will solicit from you all a genre and a pop cultural item that you were a big fan of, mash that stuff together into some sort of song for you for next week. We do that at $500 in the store and also at $1,215. Something that we started new last week was is that we started playing with the idea that all of these people, I didn't tell you the basic concept. Everyone in this show is a meta pilot who, through some sort of scientific plot device, finds themselves inserted into an avatar in some other reality. And while they are there, they are able to tap into the abilities and skills and such of both their pilot and their avatar ability. And because all of these pilots now have gone to different realities in the past, they are now also able to tap into a prior avatar's abilities, at least a little bit. And I checked the pre-purchasables have all been pre-purchased, which means everyone has unlocked their baseline abilities from their prior identities. So much insanity on this show. This is why we've been banished to Saturday for now, is because we confuse you. But no, it's a fun show. But at $750 in the store, we unlock a boosted version of their abilities, in which they get to do some fun stuff too. Last week we saw a geyser of Fluffernutter being used to bind a group of zombies, yes. A herd of zombies, as it were, a shuffle of zombies.
Yes.
While Johnny Appleseed used
rocket boots.
Yes, we had a surprise use of rocket boots. I think it was a Radin, wasn't it, who did that?
I thought it was. Was it? Yeah.
Was it a Radin SC?
It was good.
Or was it Arizlina? It was one of the two.
I try not to look because that means I have to have a vendetta against that particular chat member.
That is true. This show is a collaboration between Hyper RPG and Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, and Patreon backers at patreon.com/zombieorpheus are able to vote every week on special buffs that the cast can use. So we're going to hand those out right now, and then we're going to introduce a couple of new faces, which I probably should have done at the start, but I can't retcon it. It's too late. It's too late. So Crash.
Yeah.
You this week, you do not have any armor, but you do have a single +5 you can give yourself at some point.
All right, I will add that +5.
And remember, the awesome thing about these bonuses is that you get to use them after you
roll
the roll of the results of your roll. Jebediah, you have 10 points of armor.
Sweet.
And a 3-point bonus that you can use. Jenica.
Yes.
You have 30 points of armor and a
fancy.
3-point bonus that you can use.
All right. Thank you, Patreon.
Nick.
Yes.
Matt knows. Cool. You already know who you are. That's awesome.
Well, there are 2 names written down here. So
yeah, it's going to get even worse. Did we tell him yet that we swapped?
No, I just told her. She was like, what?
Identity? Oh, awesome. Welcome to the show, guys. Nick, you've got 20 points of armor and a 4-point bonus that you can use at some point.
I know exactly what that means.
Awesome. Tessa, you have a 3-point bonus you can use at some point.
Just write it down here somewhere.
And I have 20 points of armor and a 5-point bonus I can use at some point.
At some point, you can.
So
Failed.
last week we switched realities. We traveled from the superhero world in which the cast had been playing in for a couple months. We switched over to a kind of a weird Wild West-ish kind of world that we've been hanging out in.
What's weird about zombies?
I know, exactly. And so,
Zombies are
since we
great.
just met these new characters last week, I thought it would be appropriate for us to introduce the cast and their characters again, just so that you have as many words as possible to rumble through your brain about right now. So, Sarah, if you could introduce yourself and your two identities, that would be great, and we'll just go down the line.
Okay. Hi, I am Sarah Sanders Odie. I am playing Jenica Clarkson, who is a prison psychiatrist who has leapt into the current Emily Dickinson, who is also a ninja.
Ninja Emily Dickinson.
I can't believe Nick acknowledged that.
I'm Lisa Coronado. My pilot is Tessa Wallace, looking for my father and my husband that have disappeared into
The metaverse.
The metaverse.
Nope.
No,
Husband,
not the same people.
comma.
Not
It's
the
not
same
DFA.
person.
It's a big
Husband,
metaverse out there.
comma, dad. And then for this world, my avatar is Slewfoot Sue. I ride fish and I hate horses.
Yes, the non-mythical Slewfoot Sue.
Yeah.
Kelly Fuson. I play the mech pilot and metapod engineer Jebediah Lexington. And in this particular interesting terrain, I play Johnny Appleseed, famed Appleseed spreader
Appleseed
in the West.
connoisseur and
And I'm a connoisseur of all things apples.
Hi, I'm Matt Vansel. I have certain regrets. And I am playing King Theodore, the first of his name, King of Yosemite.
yes,
Yes.
and your pilot identity.
He doesn't like to talk
He
about
doesn't
it.
have to talk about it because he's all Avatar all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Pilot?
Yeah, exactly. He is King Theodore. Why was I even asking? Nick does not exist anymore. Christian.
My name's Christian Doyle. I play gaming celebrity / shut-in Crash Jackson. And here in this particular metaverse, I'm playing the famed engineer and inventor, Professor Richard Gatling.
Yes. And all of your devices that we've seen so far, most of them at least, have involved rotating turrets of some sort.
You know, stick with what you know. That's
Yeah.
what I say.
Invention is a revolution, right?
You do one thing, you do it very well, and then you move on.
So when you guys arrived in this world last week, the three of you who were here for that, do you recall what you were doing last week? What was going on?
Rounded up zombies.
Rounded up zombies. Why were you rounding up zombies?
So we were paid to.
Yeah, we were paid to. There was a landowner who
Yes, Donna Maria.
Doña Maria.
Donna Maria.
Anyway,
that's
she was a
the-
were owl.
That's the
What matters is that she hired us to help escort this herd of zombies
Yes.
to Yosemite, where they were going to be used for, I assume, target practice.
No, they were going to be used to rebuild the infrastructure of Yosemite because zombies are a wonderful source of cheap labor. They are able to work borderline tirelessly as long as you keep them. I don't know that I can look at Matt at all during the show.
What?
I've already broken, so the counter can go to 1.
Well, that's early.
we succeeded earlier this week. Very
Just by
early.
looking confused.
Because of Seattle traffic, Matt showed up for the show 2 minutes before we were going to go on air. So
I rode up a river of steel and smog.
this is awesome. Yes, so the zombies are used as a form of indentured servant, basically, where they are given a synthetic, grape-based form of food and sustenance from the left over.
You just can't look at them, can you?
I can't look at
It's
it
a
right now.
peculiar institution.
From the leftover winemaking process, and so this stuff is then used to keep the zombies relatively fed and docile, and
Vegan zombies,
and
yeah.
such.
Vegan zombies. Okay.
Yes, they're vegan zombies.
It keeps
And
them from
so
wanting
you
brains
guys
as much.
were trekking them. You got them across the Sacramento River last week,
Yes.
and managed to not lose any because of Professor Gatling's net of zombies that he built,
Yes.
and kept them from going down.
And the Fluffernutter rocket boot bomb.
Correct. You were attacked by a group of jackalopes.
And I
right?
sang him a wonderful song.
Is this all
did.
going to be on the test?
And then after all of that occurred, yes, there was an incident involving Professor Gatling and a pair of rocket boots. being launched off into the sky. And at the very end, you met King Theodore of Yosemite and his retinue. And Maria's pilot leapt out of her identity, and Maria and her folk all left as you guys continued escorting the zombies to Yosemite with King Theodore, with Slewfoot Sue, and with the other folks involved with the Kingdom of Yosemite. And so that's where we start off today.
All right, so who is here still?
So who is here still?
Yeah.
From Dona Valdez de Villas.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's us and King Theodore and Slewfoot Sue, or do we have any other?
His group included a couple dozen folks who came along with him. Various, soldiers, several folks who had served in the Civil War. Some of the Buffalo Soldiers and such, who are members of Yosemite now, or citizens of Yosemite. It's a fairly peaceful and progressive kingdom, actually. I mean, it's got a king who's wearing a bear, but other than that, it's not a bad place to live.
Is I don't think I can even
Tongue
say.
twister.
Slewfoot Sue.
Is she part of?
Slewfoot
King's-
Sue she is one of the king's chief attendants. In charge of security for the kingdom.
Oh, security.
Good to know.
Excellent.
And when you met her, you
I'm given to
realized
riding off on
you
my
were
own.
quite sure. You realized quickly that she is also a metapilot. You can tell.
Right.
It's just something about you can just tell.
It's the bustle.
It's the bustle.
I also have a bustle.
And he also
Bustle
has with him a
sisters.
young attendant who is taking care of his financial matters. A cousin of his named Franklin.
Sickly boy.
Yes. Well, no. That was when he was in his 30s.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's quite healthy.
So he's pretty healthy right now. He kind of thinks that his older cousin is a bit of an idiot, but
That would be because this bear mantle is cutting off the circulation to my
him
brain.
and helps run the finances of the kingdom. He's quite the gifted child. And that's where you are. That's where you find yourself. You are ready to head off and
Continue taking zombies.
continue herding these zombies to Yosemite.
Okay.
Since someone in chat, I think, asked at one point, for the record, it's because Tyler was slumming it last night, so I thought I would invert it and just show up suited up, because why not?
And because you look good in a suit.
I do look good in a suit.
Gross.
So, what do you guys want to do?
At what time of day is it?
It is a little bit past noon.
I would love to get to know King Theodore.
That sounds good.
Just because I'm curious about his country.
Okay.
Is it okay to go up and talk to him, or
Is he a man of the people, or is he?
Oh, very much. You will recall when you first met King Theodore, the first action he did was I can't look when I say this line.
Yay, it's Metaverse Day. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Yay!
Yay, thank you.
Chat.
We're gonna
we
need
can
those.
use the meta points to go up and down the scale?
As a group?
Although
That
in your
doesn't
case,
explain
They're
the
shared,
phantom voice.
Yes.
commodities.
There'll be a
People
lot of
play
random
Talk
voice
on the
later.
internet.
It should be up there, but I don't know where.
You gave the internet a voice.
Yeah.
And a very fun
And the
filter.
internet can only curse very specifically.
Flowers, bunnies.
Yes, we'll all these things will be covered eventually. Crap, I forget what I was saying.
That when we first met.
Oh,
President-
yes, you will recall that when you first met King Theodore, he promptly hopped off the bison upon which he was riding and ran forward to go check out the zombies and
Yes.
start, checking their teeth.
Oh, that's right. He started grabbing their faces and checking their
peering
teeth.
in, doing all this sort of
Fearlessly.
thing. So he's a very approachable ruler. It's one of the reasons he's so beloved.
Oh.
Also makes them a little bit susceptible, so watch yourself.
So I shall be fine.
Oh, and since you two, zombies in this world, while it is possible to catch zombie-itis from the bite of a zombie, it is fairly rare, so you don't have to worry about it too much.
You need a self-surgery kit by Professor Gatlin to survive in Yosemite. Hashtag rule.
All right. Rule of cool.
They're pushing,
Pushing for the
Oh,
rule
yeah.
of cool.
What is that?
You'll
We'll
You'll
get there.
find out soon enough.
All right.
It's supercalifragilistic.
It's fun. So, Your Majesty, Your Honor, what exactly do I refer to you as, King?
Teddy.
Teddy, then.
King Teddy.
King Teddy,
King
then.
Teddy.
And you are, sir.
Professor Gatling.
Professor Richard Gatling.
Yes, sir.
Inventor of Professor Richard Gatling's self-surgery kit.
You've heard of it.
I use it daily.
You use that?
Well, it is nice to be appreciated for an invention that
Why would one waste money
Doesn't
on
kill people.
highfalutin doctors when one can sew up one's own wounds?
You are the
Now, he makes an excellent point. It's the point that I was trying to make my very self.
Professor, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Well, I am just so happy to meet someone who appreciates something I make that doesn't kill hundreds of people in a single crank of the lever. This can really only kill one at a time.
So I gotta ask, how do you like the apples? The apples that are in Yosemite, you know, all over the place.
Johnny was here some years ago and planted several trees.
Oh,
Several hundred.
so you then are directly responsible for the invasive species of apples that have
Yeah, see, that's
plagued the valley
I warned you that was going to happen.
along the
someday,
byways of my majestic kingdom.
Actually, apples in no way, shape, or form ever been proven to be an invasive species. They actually get along really well with everything around them, just like people who eat apples every day. Very tolerant.
Why are you wearing a bowl on your head?
Well, actually,
Here's the story.
see, Miss Emmy was telling me that I was
Emily. It's Emily.
Yes, it is.
It's Emily.
Oh.
In fact, probably Miss Dickinson would be most appropriate.
Dickinson?
But let's just go slow as we can. Emily,
Slow. I like slow.
I know.
She was saying I wasn't sophisticated enough. I used to wear a pot on my head, you know, people look silly. So I started looking around, seeing what was up with culture. Newfangled thing in Boston called Ebola. So I went and got one.
And now you've heard the story.
I take absolutely no responsibility for it. Could we ride and talk?
Yeah, speaking of riding, that is a most interesting horse that you are on.
That is a full-blooded bison, Taft.
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 You named Bison Taft.
The bison.
I like this.
Would you like to care to ride?
No, I would not. And you are also not riding a horse.
No, I don't like horses. So I prefer to ride a sheep.
A sheep?
Yeah.
That seems slower.
Well, you know what they say, you be you.
It keeps your underside warm when it gets chilly.
And she's not that big. She can fit on a sheep. You know, she's kind of smalls.
Same with the bison. Keep it warm, at least.
I prefer to ride a fish, but there's not any around right now.
Plus, the visibility is excellent.
Seems like that would be awfully uncomfortable.
Actually, it's pretty fun.
Well, I'd imagine it would be in the water, but how would you ride a fish on the? I mean,
Well, that's
they'd
why I
just be
can't ride a
flipping
fish.
and
There's
flopping
no
and-
water around right now.
Again, could we perhaps ride while we talk?
Sure, what are we going to be talking about?
All this,
Something.
apparently.
Well, I had all my questions answered.
Oh, good.
Do you have any of my other fine products? You know, I have recently invented a solar-powered traveling shower.
Did you tell me?
Now, it only fires boiling water out of the rotating barrels, but
Good for the Constitution. Boil away the impurities. I
I've
like
come
the
up with a
style.
way to make it into a hot beverage dispenser.
I do appreciate that one, Professor. I do.
And
appreciate
also
that one.
put out the eyes of my enemies at distance.
Sure.
Bully.
So as you guys have gotten to know each other a little bit, and you've conversed enough that you are aware of each other's status as meta pilots, in addition to the interactions that you've been having as your various avatars. Well, actually, I'll leave this to the three of you. Do you make any attempts? I mean, just flat out, your whole reason for being here as pilots is to try and
to
find
get this guy who's a
this
pilot.
missing pilot and bring him back home. So do you make any attempt as you guys all mount up and begin to trudge off towards
Yeah, I'm
Yosemite?
I'm having trouble like with how to broach that subject to him because he seems
Do we-
really, you know.
And do we even know that this is the one we're looking for?
You got a hunch.
Okay.
Well,
'Cause
I've been working on him for a little bit.
Because you know that he's a pilot, and you know that he's been stubbornly unwilling to break Avatar at all. Like, there's been no indication in your conversations with him that he does not think that he's actually King Theodore.
Yay for Master of the Metaverse. I look forward to the show every week.
Aw.
Yay for Lisa. Just don't call her Smalls P #MetaPoint.
Yay, thank you. And
Thank you very much, chat.
We're not.
That P was actually the tongue sticking out emote, so
Just
that
don't call
wasn't
us
a
all
random
sorts.
reference to urination, just for the record.
I just went with it.
We
you know.
can't see any of the stuff yet.
Oh, you can't see
No.
Meta
no
points.
points or anything?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
So,
Let me check and see what I can see. Interesting.
Gotta see what we can see.
Interesting. Bullet.
Bullet. No.
Yeah, so I'm Crash isn't the type to like, go up and talk to people.
Totally.
Jenica might.
Well, there's two ways we could look at this.
Yeah.
The psychologist could do it.
Yeah.
A
Or the
man
angry-
who has never gone to school may steal from a freight car. But if he has a university education, he may steal the whole railroad. Or failing that, he can ride a bison. Hashtag Nick Buff.
All right, got your
Thank you.
Nice quote, Pax. Nice quote.
Or the angry engineer could do it.
Or the angry engine. Well, either way is fine with
Or
me.
maybe the cowgirl's been working on it for a while. You could talk to me about it.
It looks to me currently that you have 1 buff for Nick and 2 meta points.
Yes, that
And
sounds
then
about
some
right.
money that's moving towards a cool roll, or
Yes.
rule of cool.
We couldn't see the meta points yet,
Yeah,
so I
totally.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah, so could Jenica try and talk to him because Crash will just get scared and
Yes.
try and hug him?
I understand.
And I'm going to assume at this point you guys have all mounted up on your various riding implements
Yes.
and are
So
making
I'm-
your way towards Yosemite as this conversation takes place.
I'm going
Certainly.
to ride
Sitting at the front of a
towards.
wagon, in fact.
Yes, that makes.
I'm
You
gonna-
should be in a wagon.
I'm going to ride toward the man on the bison,
Yes.
and I'm going to spend a meta point. Thank you, Chet,
Okay.
because I need to be a little bit more Jenica.
Is that updated now?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Hello, sir. How are you this fine day?
Madam, I am well.
Great. You said we could call you King Teddy. Is that correct?
Indeed you can, yes.
Do you go by any other name?
Theodore, I suppose. Pookie is what my wife, Queen Edith, tells me.
Queen Edith calls you Pookie.
On occasion, yes.
That is interesting. I would like to talk with Miss Edith.
You should come to the ranch and meet our 5 or 6 children, depending on what year this is.
5 or 6 children. All right. I would be happy to meet and discuss things with your children. Do you remember all of their births?
Oh, I have staff to write such things down.
Staff wrote the births of your
Of
children
course, I
down.
attended them as much as I could. There were ceremonies, christenings, and the like.
What are their names?
Oh, they're wonderful and unforgettable, in fact.
Okay.
Quentin, Kermit, Abercrombie, Neptune, Jean-Claude.
Fitched out of smallpox.
So none of them are named Nick or Nicholas.
None that I can say, no.
Does that name mean anything to you? Does it? I
Nick.
noticed it made you pause a little bit.
I believe so. Are you related to the Dickinson who wrote Nicholas Nicklesby?
I don't believe I was talking about you.
Oh, no, in that case, no. I have no recollection or
It seemed
connection to this name.
It seemed to pause you just a moment. That name.
Miss
We've been speaking to-
Dickinson, much like a wedding night, I think you might want to approach this from a different angle.
Thank you, Professor. So King Teddy.
Yes.
King Teddy. You prefer that over King Theodore?
King Theodore is more formal, better for use with the masses, but we're all friends here.
All right.
Probably doing this down from the back of the
What is?
mic.
You know, if he was King Ted, he'd be my favorite honky. No one? That
I-
show?
No.
Just
Don't
over there.
understand
King
what
Tut,
you're
Steve
talking
Martin.
Is that from
Yeah.
Friends?
about. No.
That's a better show than you just.
I
watched
love
your-
Friends. That's a good show.
Thank you, bastard.
Carrying on. What are some of the best successes you've had as being king? I'm just curious. I like to write poetry, and I could write some poetry about it.
Some of my great successes as king.
Yes.
Well, of course, there was the...
Are
Don't
you,
tax yourself, sir. Last time you gave yourself a migraine and you were in bed for 2 days.
Indeed. That actually happens to me a lot, so...
wait. Recalling his successes gives him head trouble?
Thinking too hard.
Why would recalling success be too hard
Because
of thinking?
King Teddy is a doer, not a thinker.
Exactly.
And maybe there's some sort of disconnect there that we should be looking at as well. I mean, it could be that he's having a hard time remembering things that he doesn't remember.
Oh, yes, I climbed Half Dome. Yes.
Here's an interesting question for you. What's your favorite type of car?
Pullman.
All right. What's your favorite type of Starbucks drink?
I don't believe Mr. Melville wrote what Starbuck drank in that wonderful piece of fiction. Whale juice, I suppose.
I'm telling you, I've tried all of these things. They don't work.
Have you?
Rum, probably.
And aside to her, have you noticed anything that does work?
Rum.
Rum works.
Right.
Well, it appears we have a mission then. To the nearest rum.
There are several missions in the boundaries of my kingdom.
In Yosemite?
Yes.
I thought they were mostly in California.
Yes, I've invited the Jesuits in.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's fair.
Helps keep travelers protected from the zombies and odd herd of jackalope.
It is a nice place to end at the end of the day.
Indeed.
Yes.
Well, I'm parched.
So you all you continue along for a while, and eventually it gets up to about it's getting to be evening time, dinner or so. So the camp, King Teddy always comes with a chuck wagon behind him, and is amongst his retinue
Is that food?
yes.
Thank you.
Yes, they serve lots of ground chuck.
As a psychiatrist, I don't use chuck wagons much.
It's fair. It's fair. But so yeah, you guys make camp and kind of set yourselves up and such, and there's an opportunity to stretch out around the fire and get yourself some chow and such. And as that is going,
Am I going to suffer any ill effects from skipping lunch?
No, you had a little bit on the way. They had
All
some
right, yeah, I'll
jerky.
snack lightly, but then I'm going to go in the back of the wagon and work on some things.
Okay, you go right
Got some
ahead.
inventions that need some inventing.
Never mind.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
This is glorious, just absolutely glorious. Hashtag cool rule.
Oh, yes.
I think that's a full rule of
that's
cool.
a full
so
one, yeah.
we'll be ready for that.
That's a
later.
full one.
The rule of cool.
So you guys it's an uneventful evening. You pack yourself up in the morning, get yourself back on the trail again, and you're just kind of clopping along on your sheep and bison and horses.
Will I get a chance to
Barefoot.
hunt breakfast first?
Absolutely, it's a daily requirement for King Teddy is that he goes out and kills something. You go
I
right
follow
ahead.
behind, make sure he don't kill himself.
Would you care to accompany me
I
on
would.
my breakfast hunt?
Absolutely. You don't mind me tinkering on the way, I hope.
Not at all, please. In fact, I would be honored if you would include
The
your
rest of
invention in
you,
the hunt.
the rest of you tag along as well.
Well, I love.
All hail Duimathrax the Indestructible. Hashtag Mitzvah.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, you got a couple of fans here, man.
It's the metaverse.
So I'd really like to come, but I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I seem to be missing my pants.
Again?
I went down, took a bath
Again?
in the river,
You just
and my
took-
pants are gone.
Jonathan, did you check under your hat?
Trouser elves. Notorious in this region.
Nope, they's not my bowler. I set them on a rock, but I don't want to be traipsing around with no breeches on.
We appreciate that.
Thank you so
Anybody
much.
got some extra breeches? I'll wear yours.
I could make you some from the body of our breakfast.
I think now that is just a capital idea.
I think that sounds wonderful.
Could we put him in something before we slaughter an animal?
Oh, not an animal, my dear. There's many people to feed. Who's interested in antelope and eggs?
That's fine. I'll cook it up. You kill it. I'll cook it.
Bully! Doctor?
So anyone who has wilderness survival, anyone who has wilderness tracking,
Wilderness will not
Yeah, I got
survive
both.
when I'm in
I got
town.
both.
you can give me some wilderness tracking and wilderness survival rolls.
So right now you're in 12.
Okay, so...
Unless you want to spend a meta point.
I do want to spend a meta
You didn't want
point.
to be a traitor.
And we need more, please. Captain.
Yeah, I think that's the last meta point.
That is at the moment.
Beat it by one?
Gonna be more
So now roll that.
Slewfoot Sloop. Soup.
It's hard to
Soup.
say.
Slewfoot Soup. Who the fuck
You
came
actually
up with
did
this
that too,
name?
Because your specialty in wilderness
Oh, yeah,
survival
you
is
did good.
probably
Six.
hunting.
Oh, okay.
And so
Yeah,
you
okay.
tell him
So
how
it's
much you
that
beat it by.
parenthetical
So
would be
here you're
14.
saying
So yeah,
wilderness- it
by
doesn't
2.
matter. So you
Beat
beat
it by 5. I beat it by 5.
Awesome.
Hot damn.
Okay, you beat. That was on wilderness survival.
Both. I have both.
Oh, you beat both by 5.
No.
Beat 1 by 1, 1 by 5.
Yes.
Okay, so which tracking? Okay, so you did an excellent job on your tracking, beating
Well,
by
thank
5. You beat your survival. No, ST survival. You did beating by 5 tracking. You were not the greatest tracker. You're more accustomed to spending your time on your catfish in the rivers and such. But
Well, who wouldn't? It's a catfish.
You are a useful piece of the hunting party. Anyone else over here will wilderness survival and tracking?
Tracking. Okay.
Nope.
Tracking
still
beat
has
by
no
4
pants.
and survival by 2.
Okay, great.
I beat survival by 2
Uh huh.
and tracking by 3.
Yeah, so between the group of you,
I did, by the way,
I
give
missed
him,
my boating roll by 1.
I did, by the way, give him some of Ninja Emily Dickinson's leggings, so that he has at least something on.
Fantastic. There will come a day where boating will save your life, and you will stop giving me so much grief about giving you boating.
I'm trying to use it at least once an episode.
Thank you.
Boating like on a raft?
Are these the puffy kind of leggings?
It's a good
there
thing.
are no puffy kinds
I'm
of
not
leggings.
angry about it. I'm just trying to use
super tight.
everything.
So Johnny Appleseed is running around in black
suck in
yoga
your breath.
pants. Is
Yes.
what-
Apparently, yes, I'm wearing yoga pants
Yes.
Okay.
now. They're ninja yoga pants, though, so we're
But
good.
at least he has something on.
Yeah, Ninja Emily Dickinson actually wears leggings under her skirts and such because you can't be a ninja in that other getup very easily.
They're tearaway.
Yeah.
When I need to.
Tearaway skirt. That's a.
Kind of like those
That's what
trendy
we-
pants.
We actually,
With the
it
buttons?
works here.
Yeah, the ninja thing happened last week.
Excellent.
Yeah, it did. So yeah, so you guys are as a group plus the other members of the hunting party. You're able to impose your will on nature and bring enough antelope back to the
America!
party. Yes.
Sorry.
Yosemite. And yes, you guys have a wonderful breakfast of cooked antelope, and you wanted eggs.
Antelope and eggs.
I
Antelope
found
don't
some-
make
It's a
eggs.
Yosemite delicacy.
Maybe,
I'll lasso it out of a tree.
maybe I found some quail eggs.
Absolutely, you were able to find some quail
really
and
smart.
collect the eggs, and we'll
Lots
just
of quail eggs.
we'll just wave that away. It all worked out fine. You had a delightful breakfast, and you hit the trail.
Are these eggs? Are these bald eagle? These are delicious.
So you hit the trail. You continue along,
They're poached.
and you go through several days worth of hiking and such. You've made many attempts to try and convince King Teddy to revert back to his pilot persona, to see some sort of crack in his facade.
Can I try any roles, like interrogation or...
In a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many days did you say it had been?
4 days.
4 days.
4 days sounds good.
4 days. I've been spending all my free time tinkering on my new invention.
Yeah, you guys have now made it. You're about 2/3, 3/4 of the way to Yosemite. You're starting to get into the mountains and such, and you're getting a little bit.
Cowboys there.
You're getting a little bit lower on supplies as you've been trekking along,
Excellent.
and so it's time to make a pit stop at one of the nearby mining towns.
A mining
Ah.
Okay.
A mining town. Exciting.
Yes,
Does this mining town fall within the boundaries of my kingdom?
it is. We are on the outer edges of it because Yosemite is a huge kingdom. So this would be.
So if it's not terribly convenient, we can always invade.
You consider this to be part of your land. I'm not sure that the natives.
They consider it.
That the residents of this community would agree with you.
I think a show of force should be necessary. Still, arrange a parade.
Oh, a parade?
Yes, down Main Street or whatever suffices.
So you arrive at this copper mining town, Copperopolis.
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 It's a real
Is
place.
this really big enough to be an
Copperopolis.
opolis?
Am I able to sense what kind of people are here?
Well, what?
Can I sense the kind of people that are
You
here?
want to know if there's any rebellious type
Yes, I
individuals?
do.
Yes. Yes, Tessa, you were able to, you do get the sense that there are at least 1 or 2 people who, in the next mayoral election, intend to vote for the opposition.
All right.
Yeah.
Not the opposition.
Yes, there's at least 2 relevant political parties in this mining town.
All right.
And as you get out to the outskirts of town, most of the rest of the group, the rest of your retinue, they take responsibility for getting the herd kind of docile and billeted and such and set up in a way that they will stay relatively contained. And the group of you heads off into town.
Gonna buy some
for
pants.
supplies.
Now, how big is the town? What do they
I made you
have?
some pants.
It's a decent-sized village.
wolf pants?
There's actually
Antelope pants.
1,000 people in this
Well,
place.
then I will go to the local high-class clothing emporium,
Yes.
and which I imagine is a general store,
Yes.
and pick up some pants for Mr. Jonathan.
That is absolutely that is totally doable. You are 100% able to do
And I will also buy a new pair of leggings for Miss Dickinson, as I would never wear those again if I were her.
Thank you, Professor.
That's okay. I'll keep them. They're really comfortable. I understand why you lounge around in them all the time.
I do not lounge.
I see you in your tent, writing in your little leggings and that weird loose shirt you wear. It's weird.
I'm not. Carry on.
I'm gonna freshen up. I feel a bit gross.
Okay. You could head over to the local hotel and see about making use of some of their bathing facilities.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
They do have a fancy bathtub there that you're able to use.
All right, I'm doing it.
As cool as King Teddy is, the rest of the Meta crew deserves some love too. Let's get those meters filled. Hashtag Tessabuff, hashtag Janique above, hashtag Jebediah above, hashtag Jack Sunbuff.
Thank you. I think those are
They're,
partial.
they're
Thank you
building
so
them all up.
much.
Thank you
you,
very
chat.
much, chat. Okay, so that is what you were doing, Sue. Who else? What are you guys doing in this town?
I am interested in the jail.
Just because?
Well, I mean,
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. So,
I'm
yeah.
interested in the jail. I would like to see the kinds of criminals that are about right now, and I go to talk with the police captain
Now-
person.
Okay.
Are we
Good.
going to be staying the night, or are we just passing through?
That is up to you as a party.
Sue
It
is
is an
going.
opportunity.
Hashtag hack attack, a flood appears out of nowhere. We got voting skill and can save the party.
They just
Wait.
Thank you, Chad. You don't know how
what's
funny that
happening?
is.
And so they
Wait,
said
what
there's
did-
going to be a flood,
what did-
and the
what did
flood
4am
saves
do?
the
The
party
flood appears out of
because
nowhere.
he has voting skill.
Putting skill can save.
This mountainous mining town just had a
Oh,
flood.
4am critter, you are a delight. Okay.
Is this like an arc situation?
Yeah.
Where we
So,
gotta throw the animals on?
we were in the town,
Yes.
and Jenica slash Ninja Emily Dickinson had made her way over to the local sheriff's office place. To words are hard to figure out where to see what's going on with the jail.
Yes.
You get there, and there is one inmate, local drunk. His name's George,
Okay,
and it's just kind of one of those things. It's just where he hangs out most of the time.
I understand.
He'll be let out the next morning so he can sleep things off and,
Okay.
and all of that. Sue, you get to the hotel and you use your winsome charms. You actually have seduction, don't you?
I do have
Give
seduction.
me a seduction roll. See if you get yourself a free
Free room.
opportunity to use their facilities.
I got a 12, and I had to get a.
11. You did not.
Yeah, I did not get it.
Yeah, just not that into you. So
That's okay. I got time. I'll work on it again.
you also could just pay for the room if you wanted.
Well, sure. I'll pay.
Okay, so you do that, and you're able to get into you're able to get access to a room with some basic rudimentary plumbing facilities in the sense that you were able to take a bath.
Thank
The
the
three
Lord
of you, what were you
heaven.
guys doing in town?
I'm trying to stick
We're gonna
close
have
to the king, as I've heard from Sue that he does tend to wander.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I was going to go and, of course, mingle with the people.
The local bar, the Staggering Bishop, is a good place to go.
I shall go to the
It's-
Staggering Bishop.
Yep.
It sounds like they're
And
saying
prop them
something
up
else.
right.
They have a pill for that.
Oh, I'm sticking with him.
Okay, so you guys
This-
get in
this
there,
Teddy Roosevelt.
and you walk into the bar, and you can tell that there's some grumbling going on in town.
Uh-oh.
Some grumbling in the bar, and you hear when you walk in, the grumbling kind of stops a bit. A couple people who were sitting at one of the tables look over at you guys and point and just kind of scowl in
Is
your
this
direction.
one of those situations where we walk into the saloon and the phonograph cylinder
Let's
scratches?
get buffed before we set sail on the raging river. Hashtag Tessabuff, hashtag Janique above, hashtag Jack Sunbuff, hashtag Jebediah Biff.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Chad.
Thank you, thank you.
Give it that bit.
Yes, if there was a needle to scratch, it would scratch instead the stereotypical guy at the piano. Ding 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 ding.
I don't even know how I made that
Ding, ding,
sound.
ding. Yeah, exactly. Somehow he made a scratch with the keys. But then he goes back to playing, and he's a little looking over his shoulder now. I got to work in that hack attack. I'm just that's what's going through my brain right now. What do you guys do when that happens?
Barkeep, a round of your finest swill for the room.
Barkeep kind of looks over at y'all and looks over at the people in the bar, and he's kind of taking mental math right now of numbers and such, and he says, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not so sure how many folks in here are gonna be wanting to drink what you guys have to offer to drink.
What?
We were offering to buy drinks from your establishment. We would be offering them what you already offer them. You see?
Fuon on the water. Hashtag MetaPoint S in the sky. New bison blow. Can you ride one like a bow? Inquiring minds want to blow.
Thank you, chat.
That's fair.
So the
Oh,
the situation is just going to go so many sideways.
That's okay. It's okay. No, we're just offering what you already offer.
Oh, so
You don't understand commerce. I understand. Here,
and
let-
he said, no. I don't think you understand. Folks around here don't take kindly to
people walking into bars.
to rot herders.
To what?
Rot herders.
I don't think they like the zombies.
And then some of the other people start yelling out, screw those rots, scabs, bada, 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 bada. This is a mining community in which a lot of these guys do work that is oftentimes being co-opted by some of the zombies. And they are not too happy to see y'all showing up.
So they're worried we came for their jobs.
Yes.
We didn't. So how about those drinks?
Sounded effective to me. Why don't you give me a roll on that, Professor? What do you have to work with?
Salesmanship, clearly.
Let's see. Can I use?
In hindsight, I think I should before next episode rebuild him to have salesmanship because that's become such a part of the character.
I'm gonna say I'll make a boating roll.
See if you can float your way through this situation.
We get.
I guess
Seems
I
legit
just
to me.
Would it just be spirit?
Yeah, give me a straight soul roll.
All right, buddy. You got it.
And I think you have a buff if you want to put yourself anywhere on there.
Oh god, that would not be the worst idea. You know what? Actually, it doesn't do me one good. It's the same
doesn't
roll
matter.
either way. It's like I got to roll under a
fair.
6, no
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
what.
Hey!
Hey, now if I roll a 1 or less, I'll make this roll.
Yeah.
No.
Well, there's the one.
No, there was 2 ones
Two
right
ones on
next
that
to each
one.
other. It's an 11.
So you start doing your fast talking, your citified ways. Although you don't sound like that at all. You sound like a nice gentleman when you speak.
I am.
Yeah.
I am a very nice gentleman. I have manners.
The patrons of the bar are not taking kindly to the words that you were saying. And they're starting to get out of their seats and move towards you guys in a threatening manner.
Now, perhaps I could offer you all a hot beverage. And I pull out my patented Gatling hot beverage dispenser.
And just as that happens, you all hear a rumbling sound.
Wait, have I joined them?
rumbling.
You're in a bath.
You're still in the bath.
Does my water sense tell me anything?
Your water sense is tingling.
There's an outhouse around back.
Excuse me for a minute. I gotta ask. Is there a reason that I should think that we should be in some sort of water danger right now?
Area knowledge, Yosemite.
Give me the roll. It's perfect.
Yes, beat it by 3.
Yeah, you are suddenly very aware, Teddy, of the fact that there is an earthen dam that is not too far from here, up in the mountains.
Well, that sounds
And
not-
lately
not-
it had been raining a lot, and this dam had not been receiving the sorts of infrastructure upkeep that it should be getting. Which is one of the reasons why you wanted the zombie labor in the first place. Irony being a bitch today.
I think you may be detecting a breach in Placeholder Dam.
Placeholder dam. I was there about 20 years ago when it was being built.
Did you by any chance plant a tree?
I didn't, but I did bring them a lot of apples so they could have something to eat while they were.
And right then, a rushing torrent of water and insanity comes blasting through this town.
And
Great.
Never mind, it appears the drinks are on the house.
We can hear all the
And
things
in the
that
house.
they're saying because of the nanowasp that I
You
have.
can hear this conversation because of your nanowasp.
Because of
Do I have one?
Yes, I
Yes.
gave one to you automatically.
All right.
So we can
Nanowasp.
hear it. You can hear us. We can hear
Tiny
you at
little
all
robots.
times.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Is everything a rumbling? Like, is it shaking things
I would
up?
really like
yeah,
you
it
to
just
float
comes
out in
ripping
your
through the
bathtub.
town.
I think I will ride my bathtub. It's a clawfoot tub, right?
You know what? Let's see on your tub.
I'm hoping for your sake it's
The
good.
hotel actually does take the brunt of the hit of the water because of its location in the town, and it crashes and buckles around you. Not crashes, but
Gotcha.
crashes and buckles around you, and you go hurtling down through a couple floors in this tub. landing with a thud, or a splash, really. And yeah, for some reason, physics being what they are in this universe, you were able to start floating down in this tub.
Well, that was exciting.
Meanwhile, for yourself,
I'm assuming I am going to help whoever I can help in the jail get to high ground.
well, I mean, the jail gets hit, and it stays standing.
Woo.
I'm doing
How
50-50
How high is this water?
It's deep enough you're
It's
gonna have
stone
to
as
swim.
fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the drunk that's locked up, is he safe? Is he gonna drown?
He has got plenty of fluids. He's okay.
Well, I
Oh,
know
that's
he
not
has
what you
plenty of
meant.
fluids. Is he gonna drown in the building?
Yeah, actually, because he's stuck inside he's stuck inside this cage as it's.
Can I free him so that he
You
doesn't
can
die?
try. I mean, there's water now flowing through the police state or the sheriff's station. As soon as this happens, the sheriff and deputies they start waiting outside to try and help other citizens.
Yes.
They leave behind the drunk.
Yes. So I want to use a Jenica buff
Mm-hmm.
and scooch back over to Ninja Emily Dickinson.
Okay.
And I have sleight of hand lockpick and police science forensics
Yes.
that I could use to help get him out of the.
You could. You
thing.
can start trying to pick this lock while this is going on.
I also have like agility, which I imagine helps me in swimming.
It could. There's also a swimming skill. I don't know if you have that
I
or not.
do not, but I am agile.
Okay.
I adapt.
I have it.
I adapt
I have
well.
swimming too.
Specifically have swimming river.
You do. Yeah, you do.
I do too.
You both do. Yeah. Didn't see
But
this.
you're in a
I
tub.
actually didn't plan for this
Well,
at all. But yes, you have those
Our
skills.
course of action is clear.
Okay.
Also,
was-
I need some clothes.
Candidly, I was trying to sink some character building points. And
Same.
make it
That's what
over.
I was thinking the whole time. She's in a bathtub naked.
The
I still have
staggering
my
bishop.
undergarments on.
You
The
bathed
staggering
your
bishop, I'm
undergarments?
happy to
Yeah,
report,
gotta
does
clean
stay
'em.
standing during this flood.
So, am I rolling sleight of hand lockpick or am I rolling police science lock? It's the same score, doesn't matter.
Give yourself a +2 bonus to roll, or a 2-point bonus to roll either one.
Okay, I beat it by 4 then.
Yeah, I mean,
Either
this
one.
is a pretty simple lock. It's basically an old school
So I
skeleton
figure
game.
he's too drunk to swim, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick him up and kind of swim with him to up on top of the jail.
Too drunk to
That
swim.
makes sense. That makes sense. For the three
It
of you,
happens.
the bar that you were in, the other patrons were getting set to throw down with you, but their attempts have now been thwarted as they are now being swept towards the towards the door and such as the water comes crashing through some of the windows and is splashing around. Unfortunately now many of the bottles are floating away, which is going to be very sad for this community. Because after this all happens, everyone's going to want to drink to feel better, and it's going to be hard to find one.
But with any luck, there'll be less people living here too, because
It's very possible.
So maybe there's
There
less.
will be an excursion moving downriver, and
Were all zombies up on a hill?
Yeah,
by the
are they
way?
tied up safe someplace?
that's a good
Worry
question.
not, citizens. I have this under control. Now, I had not planned for this, but I have been working on a new invention. My Gatling's famed inflatable cave excavator.
Okay.
Now, it is designed for the purpose of putting in a cave before it caves in, so when it does cave in, you can just push the button, it'll inflate and push those rocks right out the way. However, in a pinch, I can use it as an inflatable life raft.
That's convenient.
Hold up to 14 people, no problem at all.
I like that you're taking the time
That's
to pitch
crafty.
this while people are screaming and
Yeah,
drowning.
that's right. No, I do. I mean,
The
he's,
whole
he's,
pitch, yeah.
he's standing on the bar,
Yeah.
telling people
People
how
are
great.
screaming and thrashing
This
in the
invention-
water. All of this is going
Now
on.
it'll only be a matter of moments before those zombies you hate so much are floating through here and just biting all your asses. Now, if you just step into this contraption right here,
What is this device again?
it's an inflatable cave de-excavator.
Luckily, he's worked out.
It's a
vulcanized
large rubber carpet that you lay on the ground of the cave entrance. So if it ever caves in, you can inflate it very, very quickly and force all of the rocks to.
That's a great invention.
De-excavator, so it unexcavates the cave?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a cave-in de-excavator.
Oh, okay. Good.
An in-cave, cave-in
An
de-excavator.
in-cave
That is
cave
correct.
de-excavator.
So sure, you're able to do this.
So I use that, and then I will use my new found boiling water drink dispenser as a to stick the end of it in the water and crank really fast to make a makeshift jet propeller to get us through town to save people.
Can I have a mechanics roll?
Oh yes.
I'm up
Oh,
on
yes.
a roof, by the way, with a drunk man.
Yes.
And she's in a bathtub, naked.
I need some
And
clothes.
I could probably stand a buff or a meta point.
Okay.
if there
Meta
is
point?
one.
Yeah, there's a
we
meta
have
point.
3 meta points.
Yes, I will take that meta point.
Okay.
So I'm rolling smaller dice. So we're starting with gadgeteering, right?
Uh-huh.
Maybe you
Or
ripped
rather-
the shower curtain.
Mechanics.
Mechanics.
Mechanics of your skills, yeah.
Yeah, I probably have wrapped it around my body.
Yeah, the shower curtain.
80 by 5.
Sweet. Yeah, so you're able to pull off what you just attempted.
I need to find my bustle though.
Makes sense to me. Why wouldn't it? So you are able to save 14 out of the 1,000 people who live in this town. And those 14 like you a lot more than they did.
I was actually going to drop them off somewhere dry and try and save as many of the zombies.
Ah, I like that. Okay, so you're going to be boating around in it? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I'm using it to just kind of tool around town.
Cool, give me a boating check, please.
Oh, well, this should pose no particular problems for one such famed boatsman as Professor Richard Catlin.
Yes.
Does it have rotating oars?
Man, I'm not even sure there's water in North Carolina. 9. So yes.
Yes, you succeeded by 3.
Yes.
Congratulations. Yes, you're somehow able to start puttering around in this. Teddy and Johnny, what are you two doing?
How deep is the water in town?
The water right now is depending on the area because it's this village is located in a it's not in a valley through the mountains, but I mean it
Okay.
is in a bit of a depression, so which is also an economic situation for them. It's quite sad. And they're also emotionally depressed. So it's 3 layers of it's a very meta depression that they are in. And they find themselves you find the water is about head height. So you
Okay.
are having to do some swimming to stay above it.
All right. Is there a central, like a structure in the center of town or something I could climb up?
Yeah,
up
there's a
upon?
city hall.
Well, in that case, I swim to City Hall and climb upon it, and then intimidate the people to pull themselves up. I was a sickly young lad with asthma, and it was through physical exertion that I built myself up and overcame adversity. They can do it too, but you must pull yourselves out of the raging river, which in your case is not metaphorical.
By your own literal bootstraps.
And I want to point out that your intimidation, you have a specialty in bluster,
Oh, yes, indeed.
which actually means that you have effectively a 14 instead of a 13 for your bluster check.
Bully!
But if you would please give me your swim check first and then your bluster check, assuming that you make the swim.
Swim?
Well, are you guys not getting in the boat?
Oh, well, no, I have to do this for the king. I'll add my bonus, the one-off bonus to make that work. And beat it by 3.
Great. Fantastic. So you swim yourself on towards City Hall, and then please give me your intimidation.
Bluster.
Yeah, aiming for a 14.
For what?
14
Made it.
by 2. Cool.
You can ask
Um,
on your next turn.
Yeah, fantastic. So you start seeing the signs of some of these people feeling a little bit inspired by your form of oratory and are starting to stop flailing as much, and they seem their backbones have stiffened, and they are going to now try and help maybe even try to help some of their neighbors in the situation. Johnny, what are you up to?
Well, mostly I'm thinking about if they had more trees around here, built all through town, there'd be a lot more places for people to hold on to.
Clear oversight.
And it would certainly stop a lot of the erosion that's going to happen because of this, but they weren't thinking, and they probably didn't listen to me when I was here last time. So I guess I'll just start rescuing people. I don't know.
Okay. And what is your preferred approach for rescuing people?
Well, I don't know. I'm just kind of holding on myself, and when somebody goes by, I grab them and pull them up to safety.
Little ad hoc.
I ain't
like
fancy.
it. I like it.
So you got a human chain going on.
It's to the point.
And then I get other people to do exactly that. I hold on to you, you hold on to him.
Right. All
He
right.
helps her out of the water.
I like it. Sue, you can you give me please a animal training? What is it that you have?
Are there fishes swimming by me naked
yeah,
in this
there's fish.
bathtub? Because I would really like some clothes.
There are some fish.
Are you
Fish
gonna kill a
always
fish
naked.
for clothes?
Oh, you do have animal summoning control.
You could summon.
I know
animals.
I've got animal training.
Yes, if you would like to use your
can
abilities
summon.
with the fish, you could try to send them off to get you some clothing.
Well,
Yes, I
alright.
just said that. That's an actual sentence that exists now.
All right.
I don't know why she.
I got a 9 and I needed an
No.
11, so I beat it by 2.
Fantastic.
Well,
So yeah, you're
So I
able
tell
to.
the fish,
And they
And they're
respond similarly,
okay.
and some of them start swimming off through.
Hashtag Hack Attack because of Johnny's hatred of Pants and Jebediah's pilot abilities. Some point during the game, all the pilots will lose their pants, except for Sue 4. some reason gets the worst looking MC hammer day glow orange pants she can't remove.
No problem. I will make that happen somehow.
So at some point we all lose our pants except for you, and you get Dayglow orange hammer pants.
Yep. Absolutely. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yep, it's gonna happen.
Well, I'd appreciate any pants right now.
And that
so.
now means that we've also hit our first golden waffle.
Oh,
Yay!
So we're trucking along.
that's good.
Are we rule of cooling at some point?
Yes.
Okay.
But I wanted to get into a situation
I
where it would
understand.
be, you know,
Where
I like to use the rule of cools when they're most optimally
I got it.
cool.
Yes.
So,
'Twas such a little boat that toddled down the bay. 'Twas such a gallant sea that beckoned it away. Hashtag
reference.
MetaPoint.
nice reference.
Thank you.
Nice.
So as you guys are swimming around dealing with this flood that's gone through, and Sue, I'm going to say that enough time passes that some of your fish friends are able to bring you some clothing, and
I've grabbed several people from swimming by the.
Yeah, you guys have managed to.
On top of the jail.
City Hall and the jail, places like that seem to be some of the better locations to take people to for shelter.
I can lasso him.
You absolutely can, and so in fact, I'll even give you your choice.
Yeah,
You're the fish that brought you your clothes. Which of those locations would you travel to?
You wanna
Where's
be
the
with-
king?
We thought we could turn this
City
into
Hall,
a politically
then.
teachable moment as well.
That they'd be better off if they were officially part of the Kingdom of Yosemite.
No, better yet. Well, you remember last time when we were crossing the river and we were having all that trouble with the river being so high, and we made a net out of zombies.
Yes.
I would like to do the same thing again and use it as a drag net behind the boat to go through town and pick up any stragglers that might be along the bottom.
So you're going to fashion a drag net out of zombies to pull behind your boat to start corralling the poor people who are scared of zombies.
You
and
understand me
take them.
perfectly, sir.
It also has the added benefit of extra motivating those people who are not motivated enough by my stirring speech to get out of the water.
Sure, why not? So I'll allow it. So give me a roll, please. I need a mechanics check because that idea is insane.
Well, it's going to take a lot more motor to haul all the zombies and people.
Oh yeah,
But we'll also use a big. If we only had like a big stick to push along the bottom. Oh,
I have a
Teddy
big stick.
freaking Roosevelt.
You know, there's something else that I thought about that works right with this. I could summon a whole bunch of rats. All of them, in fact, in the town.
They're having.
And the rats, no, rats are excellent swimmers now. Don't
that's
get me
right.
wrong.
It's true, they are.
And they will hold on to the raft and kick them little feet.
I can summon some fish to help too.
See, there we go. We got rats and fish, some of the best swimmers in the world. We got this covered.
I'm just going to sit here.
With the zombies to do the rest, we go.
I'm just going to sit on the jail with the drunk.
I'm gonna sit backwards
And
on a
watch.
catfish, and I'm gonna hold the raft, and the catfish is gonna go, and we will pole it.
What is the chance that the
Jenica, you may want to also start thinking about a plan so that when you guys leave, you're able to instruct some of the town leaders how to deal with the massive PTSD
Okay,
that
yes.
so many of the people in this community
I
would
happen, one of the people swimming by happens to be the mayor, and I'm talking to him now.
Yes.
Hey, Sue,
Yes.
is there any way that you could get that catfish to pull the boat along?
Yeah, just said that.
Use the fish to pull it and the rats to push it. Then
I
we got this
just-
covered.
Goddamn said that.
Hey.
Let's do it.
Teddy
Oh, I'm
Roosevelt.
sorry, I was back here making a zombie net.
I cannot let you two sit by each other next week. I'm just remembering that right now.
Engineering then?
Yes, please.
What do I need to roll for animal summoning?
Screw this, meta point.
It's where you got it. It's
Oh, I got it right there, 13. Oh, and
Let's
I'm
get Gatling.
gonna go ahead and spend one of them meta points. Too.
okay. Another meta point down.
Do I need to roll for my catfish?
Oh yeah,
Then I'm using a meta point, and I'm going full motherfucking Sue.
I like it.
Slewfoot suit.
Slewfoot Sue. I'll lasso your heart.
And a catfish.
And a catfish.
Yep. Everything you're saying, I will hear on the VOD afterwards. I'm just reminding you.
I beat my animal summoning by 8.
We just keep
He's
saying-
actually just asking game questions.
Okay.
He doesn't understand how some of these work rules.
Because they're insane.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Actually,
Okay,
know
my
what you're
engineering
talking about.
roll I beat by 4,
Yeah.
but I really want this to happen.
Am I this one?
So I'm
Okay.
gonna
or
add
this
my
one?
5 to it, so I beat it by 9. And if,
Nice.
controlling it, so you beat it.
since my engineering
I beat it
doesn't have a
by 4.
specific specialty other
Beat
than
by 4.
invention,
Yes.
I don't know if I get my +1 on that or not. I did just invent a zombie dragnet, but
No, but you did it before, so this is actually, in some ways, it's like you did a prototype.
So you beat it by 10.
so this is a
Yeah, so this is
Dragnet,
very.
wasn't that a show on
You've
in
made
the
a
80s?
very, you have made a
dun,
very
dun.
effective
Aha,
zombie
memory
dragnet.
exists.
wonderful. So we're gonna save people
Yes.
using the thing they hate, so they have to accept it.
And I was wrong. Not only did you get the waffle earlier than I thought, you actually already have the boosted version of your abilities.
Oh, that's
What's that?
exciting.
Wait a minute.
The
All
boosted
right.
version, so you've got your geyser thing. You can
I
do
have an
now.
AC-20
This
now.
would be a perfect time for
It
it.
would be a perfect time for it. You've got a geyser thing. You've got your. It's
AC-20.
not an AC-20. It's a BFG.
It's a thumb gun.
It's a big fucking gun.
Yeah, it's yeah. When that movie came out and they called it the BFG, I'm like, how can you use that as advertising anymore? Like that's broken for so many of us. The big friendly jet. Never mind. Anyway. Yes, that's your boosted version. Your boosted version is a swarm thing. Your boosted version is
Where
the
is it? So I can
Titan
write down
Punch.
the damage
yes.
it does.
And your boosted version,
It doesn't
I have an idea.
I forget what it is. I gotta look it
people
up.
in this world are wicked.
All right.
Crap, it's not there.
crap.
I'll-
So I
I'll
can
know it as
obliterate
soon as I
them to
see it.
high
Obliterate
heel
somebody.
with one
You have the
shot.
polyglot, and then your crap. That's the one file I don't have open. I'm sorry.
Is it a big stick?
So I'm continuing my
Yeah,
conversation
it was
with
something else that he could do as his boost.
the mayor. Who?
Yes. Yes, Teddy's boosted.
I think he knows what his boosted ability is. He's got a good idea.
Now I've got it right here.
Yes, I'm continuing my conversation with the mayor. I'm going to help him
Oh,
through the
your boosted
PTSD.
version that you are able to commandeer an opponent while still controlling your own avatar. So basically, you were able to possess a target
Oh, dang.
Well,
while
that's
still
scary.
controlling yourself.
But just the once.
Just the one.
Just the ones for the one round, but
the
that's
one
really
round.
all you need.
You
Yeah,
can only
really.
use your boosted ability once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So yes, that's where you find yourselves.
So
I sure hope I find a cowboy named Bill. That'd make me happy.
why?
And then I just did all that.
Because he saved me off the moon. I've got to repay
So
my debt.
you've created your boat drift net situation, going around the zombies and whatnot. You've been helping out with the fish, been helping out with the rats. You've been blustering. You've been talking to the mayor about how to deal with the aftermath of this monstrosity.
Yes.
And then do any of you, I'm trying to remember if anyone has anything like a danger sense or
Oh, yes.
anything like that.
If it involves water.
I have
Yeah.
street sense.
Wait, what's your question?
You
Danger
have
sense.
sixth sense
I have
danger.
apple trees and danger.
You do. Johnny Appleseed does have apple trees and danger are two
Darn
things
it.
that you are able to. That's right. To know where they are. Johnny, you are starting to get the sense that there is danger in the water while all of this is going on. And it's-
Danger in the water.
And it's not just the zombies.
Or the rats or the giant fish.
Yep.
Or the rats or the giant fish.
You would think that out of all those options, it would be.
Or the people that are mad at us being here with zombies.
Sometimes I prefer the company of fish over humans.
I frequently
So what do you
prefer
do,
the
Johnny?
company of fish over humans.
I'm gonna let everybody know. There's something in that water besides what we think it is, and it ain't safe.
Did you pee?
Well, yes, but that's totally unrelated to this conversation.
Could we keep
And
bodily functions
and you
off
guys
of the
start
phone,
noticing,
please?
those of you who are still in the water in the boats, you start noticing shapes moving around. While
There's
you're doing
definitely
this?
something in this water.
I'm gonna lasso one of them.
Area knowledge, Yosemite.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Oh,
Double ones.
He knows.
Snake eye?
Yeah, he does.
you've
More
run
like,
into
I mean,
these
if there's
before, haven't
slits,
you?
maybe.
Yeah, you are. You're fairly confident actually, as you look around at these large shapes that are swimming around and such. You think that these might be what the locals call jakes, which are also known as a form of alligator man. Basically, it's like a hybrid of an alligator and a human being.
Excellent. I rip my shirt off and leap into combat.
If everybody could please give me an initiative roll.
Always 12s. And this one you want to roll high. And you add
Yeah, this is
2d12.
bonus.
Do I add anything?
Add it to what?
If you have an initiative
That's
bonus, you
terrible.
do.
11.
I don't think you do.
I'm just gonna
34!
try and seduce them if they're
Nope.
part man.
So, ACV plus 10. Oh.
Out to go.
So it's ACV plus 10.
I have a 34.
So I add
34.
ACV
Yeah.
to this.
Can I see any of them, by the way?
Two dark shapes in the water.
But I can't see a dark shape in the water.
You see dark shapes in the water. Emily at a 34. Anyone else?
11.
11? Did you even roll the right die?
Yes, she did.
Awesome. Johnny.
26.
26.
22. There are a lot of buttons to undo. Rip through. It's leather.
I understand. It's reinforced.
You ever tried tearing
It's
off reinforced
'cause of
leather?
all the times you've done this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richard, what do you have, sir?
I have got an 18, and I miss super speed really a lot. I miss it.
Are we rule of cooling?
Yes, we are going to rule of cool.
Yay!
As
Oh god, yes.
this conglomeration of Jakes leaps out of the water and starts to attack.
Are they armed? Are these
No,
armed alligator
they're
men?
clawed.
They're clawed
they're just
alligator
like
men.
a kind of a reptilian and head-esque.
But they don't have guns.
No, they have no firearms. They've got a bite attack and things like that they can use. That's their claim to fame, and they can try and pull you underwater and drown you.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
No.
So what happens? We all take turns seeing what we're gonna do.
So
Yep.
we all take turns saying what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And then
So
chat gets to
there
vote
are
on.
several of them that have emerged, and they are all. You're on top of City Hall,
Yeah. No, I'm on top of the jail.
on the jail. I'm sorry. You're on your catfish.
I'm on my catfish, yeah.
Yep. Your giant catfish that you're swimming around helping people out on. You are
Just like a sea-doo.
in the boat.
Oh, I'm in the boat. If we were
Yeah.
doing the
The
rescue.
three
part
of
this
you
part.
are all in the boat.
He just tore off his shirt and jumped in the
That's
water.
right, you jumped in the water. So that establishes where we all are now. So yes, if we could please go through the group, and I would like to invoke the rule of cool. And for the rule of cool, the way this works is very simple. I just need to know what you would like to do with your character. Chat is going to vote on what they like best. Whoever wins will get a critical success on their action. Everyone else still does that action, but at a 5-point penalty.
3. It was 3.
It's only 3.
3-point penalty.
This is our action to fix what's happening.
She was a big and broad gal. They called her Slewfoot. Sue, the folks of Texas, was amazed. The things that she could do, riding giant catfish up and down the Rio Grande, she'd send. Coyotes a running, cracking, a whip in her hand, hashtag meltdown, hashtag system shock.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
That was a gift for
But
Chris.
I'm going to invoke them on the second round.
Right.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what
let
that
you get a
means,
round
We
with
but
the
thank
characters.
you.
we get a whole round with our characters,
Get a whole
guys.
round with your characters.
We're gonna switch.
Thanks, chat.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, that's a thing.
Oh,
Matt,
yeah,
is we
that's a
switch
thing. We
characters
switch.
as well.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, chat.
In fact, last week it wasn't until the very last round where any of them got to play as their actual characters.
Yeah. We didn't fight as ourselves at all.
Yeah.
It's a troll,
right.
not a buff, so you're allowed to give him the finger for it.
You don't get
No,
what
it's
you want.
it's neutral.
It's
Oh, it's neutral. I'm sorry.
The
You just
hash-
flip it over our fans. Your
What
fans.
if we don't?
Right.
We're not
Definitely.
familiar with
Yeah.
the characters we're jumping.
Okay,
That's
that's
part of the fun.
It's okay. It's
I don't even know
it's
my
a
fucking names
playful.
of the
Yes.
other people.
In fact,
I'll give you
it's
the-
actually
It's a
chat.
coquettish flip.
Oh, you
Chat is the
swapped.
computerized
Okay.
hyper reality amplifier and transformer. They are the AI of the metapods that are controlling all of this, and so they truly are the masters of the metaverse. They
How
are the
often
ones
is maintenance performed on this AI?
well, their head.
Our maintenance guy is sitting next to you
Yeah.
wearing a
With a
bomb on his
ball.
head.
Answers a lot.
Unfortunately, my bottle of Jameson is back in the pot. So
You got some cooch? I want some.
Did you? You said hooch, right? That was an H.
no, she said.
Okay, I was just making sure that I heard it correctly.
Maybe
Never
that's
mind.
how Slewfoot Sue says it.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing.
Just
Nothing.
means that.
Nobody
Nothing.
on that side of the room thinks anything is wrong with it.
I'm quite fond of it, actually.
So, what are y'all gonna do?
Okay.
Let's start down at that end.
All right. On my turn, chat. I would love, because of the enhanced ability to reinstate bombshell, I would like to first into swarm form so that I am harder to hit. Then Ninja Emily Dickinson has 2 attacks, and she is gonna wrestle a gator and stab the crap out of it with her retractable knives, the angel knives, or what did you say, Assassin's Creed knives, and 2 attacks. And
Swarm form burst.
swarm form. I'm kind of loosely swarm form, so I can still be an Emily Dickinson.
So you are basically
He's
you're
harder to hit.
defensive fusing.
Yes, defensive
I get it
swarm
now.
formed, and then
I get it.
stabbing the heck out
I
of
get
that
it.
alligator man.
I like
So,
it.
Can you stab people while you're in swarm form?
Why not?
I'm gonna basically rule it that she swarm forms in a way that it's.
It's kind of like everything's loose-ish.
Yeah, sure. We can go with it.
Neat.
Oh.
That's my plan.
What do you want to do, Sue?
Oh, well, that's easy. I'm gonna use my animal summon to try to talk to them in alligator talk, and then I'm gonna seduce them with Marvin Gaye's sexual healing in alligator talk, and I'm gonna draw them all away over to the side and get them all lined up and crazy, and then these guys can come in and just pick them the fuck off.
That's brave.
The smile at the end of that was my favorite part.
Well, my name's Johnny Appleseed, and I don't mean to gloat, but currently, right now, I gotta tell you what I'm gonna do from this boat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sing them a song. These Jakes, you said they're called? It'll probably go all wrong, but my idea is solid, that's for sure. I'm hoping these gator men will drown.
That's a downer.
That's that. I hope they all get non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Perhaps we could work on your rhymes, Jonathan, at some other point.
You never want to work with me on my rhymes when I ask you.
I can take a few minutes at a time.
Do I have to wear pants?
Yes, you have to wear pants. Pants are required in pretty much all social interactions, Jonathan.
Pants are nutritious and sweet.
How crazy are we allowed to get?
Just go, buddy.
What do you want to do with your character? If you have not figured out at this point where the
activate my
limits
Mount
are,
Rushmore tattoo, assume the position, and then reverse Voltron to summon Washington, Jefferson, and Lincoln, and we all fight together.
Is this a thing?
To form Rushmore.
Say that once more, please.
I'm going to reverse Voltron to summon the other 3 presidents in Mount Rushmore and fight as a team against the Jakes. What part of that did you miss?
Using
A bluster,
His
obviously.
tattoo!
He doesn't.
He's got a magical tattoo.
What he's using is chat.
Magical Rushmore tattoo.
Yeah.
He taps it. He summons the other
he's
3
using chat.
dead presidents, and they form Voltron. What's so hard to understand about it?
It's kind of like the Death Eaters. You know, you tap your thing and shit happens.
Yeah.
All
okay.
presidents can do it.
I
I hope
forgot about that power. I think as a one-off, sure. What the hell? Sure. Because it's gonna happen now, regardless.
Yeah.
So,
I get to say what my action is, and I get it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it at a -3.
Yeah.
Because
Mine
there's
too.
no way I'm going to beat Rushmore.
Or the
I'm
seduction
actually
of all
kind
the
of hoping
Jakes.
Rushmore loses so that I can do something fun with it. So that's
But I think the only thing I can really do is just assist. And so, because I don't want Rushmore to fight alone,
yes.
I hit the button inside my jacket, and the back of my wagon pops open, and the Gatling gun should pop out into the air just in time for Rushmore to catch it and start laying waste to all the Jakes.
Okay then. So if you could do your quick and dirty recap of what you're going to do.
Gator wrestling with stabbing.
Speak to the gators in their native language and then seduce them with some Marvin fucking Gaye.
I just did a rhyme, and I'm really hoping that chat does some magic and makes the gator men drown.
Form of a Rushmore.
Let's see, we'll go ratio. So it's Gatling is to Gatling gun is to Rushmore, as R2-D2 is to lightsaber is to Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
Return of
that's
the
a
Jedi.
great way to explain that. I actually can. The whole image just popped into my head. I like it. I like it. So voting is happening right now.
Thank you, chat.
Go chat.
Close.
I actually have to do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you don't have to do it.
Okay, good,
Well,
because
you
I
sort
don't
of have to
know
do
what
it.
alligators sound like.
No, but you could make it up.
All right.
See, all you gotta do now is make a singing roll if you don't win.
Let's see what happens there.
That's why I'm hoping I kind of don't win.
Just
Quick,
impersonate an
we must
alligator.
form
sing, let's
Rushmore.
get it on.
I could just see the spin-off Metaverse series with the Rushmore buddies all like.
Except that wouldn't they all just be heads?
I'm just picturing stone heads.
Yeah,
And we
rolling.
have a winner.
I'm
We have a winner.
big shot.
Big surprise.
Marvin Gaye.
Hey! Good choice,
It was
chat.
close. It was really close, actually.
I wanted to see that one.
You know,
It was
I had a feeling
really close.
since it involves seduction,
Yeah, I know.
it was gonna.
Chat, you love your seduction.
Okay, so we will go through our initiative order with the way you guys just predicted what you're going to do. Emily, that's
Yes.
going to put you up first. Actually, the Jakes are going to attack first.
They have more than a 34.
Yep. Well, they ambushed you. They leapt out of the water. Remember?
I have lightning reflexes. And
Oh, because you want to.
I'm
I
highly
see what you're
skilled.
asking about. I'll roll initiative like a real person.
We did technically notice them before the
Yes. Okay.
Notice the crap out of them. Shirtlessly.
Shirtlessly noticed the crap out.
That's true. You're right. If Teddy Roosevelt had time to undo his leather binding
What leather?
and leap into the water,
Uncured leather.
absolutely.
did
I was wearing the antelope from the
So
store.
yes, Emily, you will be going first.
Antelope
Great.
on toddlers like I do.
And yes, there is an alligator, Jake, flopping around the water in front of you that is actually making a beeline for a poor, poor elderly miner who's trying to make it to the jail,
Elderly
splashing.
minor.
I leap attack.
He's
In
actually
my-
like 38,
in
but
my
he's been
loose-
working in the
Hey.
mines for a long time.
I leap attack in my loose swarm form and I stab him with my knives twice.
Okay.
I beat it by. Oh, I beat it. Well, I got it right on because of the 3-point penalty for one knife.
Okay. Yes.
And then this one I beat by 5.
5. Okay, so that is going to be half and 100% damage, and I need to look at Emily's damage. Retractable 34.
Retractable is 34 damage.
Okay, so you did a leap attack. So you're
I
doing
did. So it's
extra
39.
damage. See what you're doing there. Yeah, so you leap down onto the back of this gator and you stab into it twice. You feel like you weren't hitting it as hard as you wanted to. On into this Jake. Almost like it has toughened alligator skin. But you do manage to get a couple of good pokes on it. And it will take some damage. That'll then go to Johnny Appleseed, also operating at a -3.
All right.
I'm sorry, -5.
No, -3.
That's okay. -5 is better because, see, my action involved these poor Jakes not drowning themselves. So I think they're going to have to make some sort of survival roll, aren't they? Just
Well, so how are you going to do that?
Oh, I'm not. They got to roll to drown.
His
not
song
drown,
was to help them
right.
Oh, this
drown.
game is
His
broken.
song was a downer.
And I know I
and the
allowed
water would be a
Voltron
drowner.
once. You want to use your geyser attack?
Yeah, I'll drown them with my geyser attack. I haven't used it. Since they're all right here, it'll
No,
be an
fair.
underwater geysers. It'll suck them all down and hold them there.
Like a whirlpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I write a poem about your whirlpool?
Knock knock.
Not now. That's a joke.
Does nobody know how that works?
Who's
I
that?
said, Dwayne.
Dwayne who?
Dwayne the bathtub. I'm drowning.
You're doing this in the middle of the battle? That's the...
Spider-Man does it, she can do it.
It's true. That's true. So you're going to try and...
And I don't know what the roll is for that, but I'll use
It'll
it.
just work because you're using your special
Going up
power.
there anyway.
So it won't work if you're all the way Avatar, though.
Oh, that's right. But I'm still
Yeah,
stay
you
right.
gotta have at least a little bit of your pilot in you to
Thank
be able
you,
to tap into
Meta
that.
Do I need to roll anything
At
at all?
No, I don't think so for this one for the geyser. I mean, they're surrounded by water, so you basically you summon your water gathering abilities that you used to have as Riptide. You manage to form this kind of funnel going on, this whirlpool situation, and you start literally forcing water into the lungs of these jakes. And while they are aquatic, they do require air to breathe, and so they start sputtering and spitting and such, and yeah, you actually manage to, you do successfully manage to drown 2 of them.
Good enough.
Yep.
That's 2 less than we have to deal with.
Excellent move there. Now it is the Jake's turn to attack. So the one that you stabbed twice turns his attention away from the elderly miner who it was going after, and instead tries to bite you.
Now, isn't it a man on top, as opposed to?
Yes.
So I don't have to worry about an alligator bite, just a man bite.
Yeah, but he's got pointy, stabby teeth.
But at least it's not the big jaws.
No,
just
no. But he also can try to bite you and wrestle you underwater.
I hold my breath, and I made a nano wasp at the moment.
Oh, I'm aware. So it is
So I'm
going
trying
to
to
try and it takes a bite at you and manages to sink its teeth into a few of those nano wasps that you've swarmed out into. But by and large, in the long run, it really doesn't matter. It just gets a mouthful of some sort of the special metal.
Little angry bugs.
Exactly, and it is unable to actually do any kind of damage that matters in the slightest because of your annoying swarm form right now.
I was strategic.
Next up, Teddy.
Strategic.
Teddy, your -3 penalty to form Voltron by summoning the other presidents. No, I've got something for this.
That's good because I didn't have anything.
No, you did. You created it. This is all your fault.
Hashtag Meta Meltdown, because I really want to see Teddy Roosevelt as Johnny Appleseed.
We'll get there, Pax. We'll do our best. So Teddy Roosevelt, splashing around, pops his chest out, points at one of the nearest alligator and says, "You, sir, bully!" And, you've already ripped off your shirt, right? And in the middle of your shirt, in the middle of your chest, I'm sorry, is just this beautifully rendered tattoo of Mount Rushmore.
Did that myself.
Which,
With your
how it
self-surgery
exists
kit.
right
myself
now,
surgery kit.
What else
doesn't
would I use it
matter.
for?
Who cares?
The people care.
You put your hand on it and look to the sky and you say, "Form of Rushmore!" And as you say this, 3 of your attendants, who had been helping guide some of the zombies away from the water and whatnot, look at each other. They rip off their shirts. And you see that one has tattooed in the middle George Washington's face, and one has tattooed on his chest Thomas Jefferson, and the other one has tattooed on his chest Abraham Lincoln. And the 3 of them.
Puts on his stovepipe.
He does. He does. He starts rummaging around his bag. He puts on a stovetop top hat. What the hell is it
Doesn't
called?
matter. Carry
The
on.
thing. He
Yes,
puts
that's
that
the
on.
one. You're good.
And oh Lord.
So they like pick him up on their shoulder.
And they do. They come swimming out towards Teddy.
Hashtag foreshadow and 3 hashtag meta points to counter it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
Nice neutral.
And so they do. They lift you up out of the water now, so that you are now standing on their hands.
Excellent.
And
I'll form the head.
And you are exactly. You form the head, and you are you're totally at an advantage now because you're not in the water in the slightest. So you are able, if you would like, to make one attack with your big stick on the
He
nearest.
can
Jake.
hold his attack.
May
if
I-
he wanted.
May I speak first?
Yes.
Wait.
Can we get Chris a napkin?
Yes.
All right.
Please do, sir.
Presidents, your orders upon my attack. Washington, chop them like cherry trees. Lincoln, split them like rails. Jefferson,
Hashtag
go to
happy
France for 8 years.
Voltron
Ha!
Rushmore
My
breaks out
attack.
in an epic rap battles of history, involving all the presidents.
A rap battle
I'm
with
gonna look at it.
presidents.
It's gonna kick up in just a second.
It's a hat. Is it a hack attack?
Oh gosh.
Oh, where is it? Arislin did it.
Oh no, I can't.
It is
be
a
good.
hack attack. The reverse Voltron of Rushmore breaks out in an epic rap battles of history involving all of the presidents.
Oh my God.
Okay,
What?
sure, we can do that.
I get to be Jefferson. Dibs.
Just because you're going to France for 8 years now. Nice move.
Yeah.
We will get that. We will get to that.
I
Don't even worry about it.
can't even.
We'll figure it out before we get there.
No. we obviously we each take a president and we do a rap battle.
Exactly.
This makes sense to me.
I'm aware.
And I got dibs on
So if you like, you can take a swing as well with your
I'll
big stick.
Take a mighty swing with my big stick.
And you will have high ground on the nearest Jake, and so you will get a bonus of 2 to your attack.
All right. I beat that by 7. No, by 9.
Nice, and that is actually a very big stick, as I recall.
yes, it is.
That's what she said.
Phrasing.
Yeah, it's at 65 damage. You beat it by how much?
That's all of my
9.
hit points.
9. Have you used your buff yet?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you smack it good. You come down cracking on the head of this Jake, and its head goes off at an odd angle, and it's staggered a little bit. It's not dead, but it is definitely very wounded from this massive head trauma you just gave it. I expected you to taunt it. That's why I was.
Oh, I thrust out my chest.
There you go. You just pop and lock. There you go. Next up is Richard.
Yay!
So next up after that, Sue, we need some Marvin Gaye.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
In the form of an alligator.
I know.
Yep. Be thinking about that. for a
I've
little
been
bit.
thinking about it.
Also, I can't wait to hear this song.
I'm excited.
I am too. I'm a big Marvin Gaye fan.
I'm going to keep the gift. when
I'm
it
a big
happens.
sexual healer.
You know, I can actually play Sexual Healing on the guitar if you're interested.
I think we
Throwing
are,
that out
yeah,
there.
I would say.
All right.
If you want to announce your thing, and then I'll BS while you get the guitar. You go right ahead.
All right. Well, I can see now that my plan is not going to work because it wasn't really a Voltron so much as 4 guys stacked on top of each other in a strange piggyback waiting ritual. And although the king does look very, very strong, I don't think he can handle a 5-person Gatling gun on his own.
Yes.
So as that hatch
He might
opens
be
up-
able to, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But then he wouldn't be able to use it until next round.
He's got the moxie for it to use it next round if you want.
But I don't know there's a meltdown coming, so I would just go ahead and do it anyway, wouldn't I?
You would do
You
it.
might get
Well,
to do it.
son of a bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's a
I'll
meltdown and a system shot coming.
Yeah, I don't. Do I have to roll anything to give him the gun?
No, I
It's
think
not
you just
really
do
like
it.
I have to. I mean, I suppose I could make an attack. To
I
see
see
if
no
I get
point in asking you to roll for that. Like,
All right.
you're giving up an action to assist. I'm not going to ask you to verify if you succeed. That's not fair.
Oh no, I'm not just giving up an action to assist. I'm also going to spend one of my buffs to make sure that he hits with the damn thing.
I like it.
Along with everybody else next round, no matter who they're playing, and I'm going to use that to get myself back on a.
Oh, that's right, because you can use your buff to give everyone a 3-point bonus.
That's exactly what I'm doing with it.
Gotcha.
Ooh, thank you.
So you're all
You're
going to get a
welcome.
3-point bonus to your next roll.
Okay, thank you.
That's what's going to happen.
Well, hot diggity damn.
And if you would get the guitar, go right ahead while Sue.
I can't promise that my song's gonna keep up with your guitar.
You promised sexual healing to catfish.
Yep.
I would also-
alligators.
No,
Jakes.
to alligators.
I would
Sorry.
also like to claim
I was
Abe
thinking
Lincoln.
of the victim of whoever you were talking to on the
I'm
internet.
sitting on a catfish.
I'm claiming HW
back
Bush.
I'm Abe Lincoln. That's all I want to
This
say.
one's not.
Can I,
Okay.
does it have to be one of the Mount Rushmore guys? The
What?
rap battle, does it have to be one of the rap Mount Rushmore
Oh,
guys?
we'll get there eventually.
No,
I've got
because
it
I
marked down.
have a. If I want to know,
Just in case
does it
it's
have
George
to be?
W. Bush, you have a verse
No,
ready?
HW. HW.
I can
Do
be
you-
George
do you,
W.
Do you want to be one of the rappers? Is that what you're saying?
I can do it.
I
Okay.
don't. I'm
But
good.
only if you're George H.W. Bush.
I think, you know what? If there's 6 of us, we can be 6, and that means 4 of us can do Rushmore because that was specifically referenced, and that gives us 2 wild cards.
I would like to be wild.
So
card.
anticipate that you're going to be either one of the Rushmores.
I think he's gonna be Teddy, right?
Do we all have to rap?
Teddy Roosevelt doing his impression of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Good luck, Matt. Go.
I don't. All right. Do I need to roll first?
I just want to hear the song.
Oh, I don't.
No, you don't have to
You
roll
don't
because you
have
get
to
an
roll.
You're gonna
automatic
auto-succeed.
success
You're gonna
because
crit.
chat voted for you.
Oh shit!
That's why you got voted
That's
for.
what- that's
you're going to
good.
succeed. You're going
That's
to
why
crit.
you gotta sing.
You just
You
sing.
get to sing sexual healing.
Yep.
But I get to sing it in alligator.
Yes.
Yeah, in alligator.
Yeah, yeah. You can use some English too so that we actually know
I
what you're
have an
saying.
idea.
You go ahead.
Just want to make sure you get a vote.
You made this bed for yourself, my
I
friend.
didn't think I actually had to do it. I just
Oh.
thought I
Oh, then-
declared it and then
then-
rolled.
for not watching any episodes of the show.
I have watched it. So.
Christian, you don't have to, but if you go in between, you'll show up on camera. You're
I don't
not
need to
now.
be seen.
Okay.
I just want to make sure she can hear it.
Can you
Okay.
be my backup singer?
Oh, never mind. They moved a shot. We're good to go.
Oh, it starts.
Oh, baby, now let's get down tonight.
Alligator love language. Legit.
Not even the words. You know? No.
I did my work. What are they doing? Are they feeling it?
Oh yeah, they're excited.
They are
automatically
oddly
excited.
aroused by this situation.
They all have really big excitement in their
Yes.
eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's they're
Camera 4 is on. Now would be a good time to sneak away.
No, I lured them all
great
over
time
to
to
the
sneak
to
away.
the bank, and now everyone's got to shoot them.
they Hey, you endowed the idea, so that is.
Apparently, she also endowed the alligators.
Ooh, well played, Johnny. So yeah, so you do manage to excite 4 of those alligators to the degree, or 4 of those jakes to the degree where they are no longer interested in eating anyone. All They are no longer interested in consuming anyone, and all they want to do now is just
zoom, and a boom boom.
Yep.
All right. Can I use a meta? Is it 1 point per place setting?
Correct.
Yep.
Shit.
You can also use your buff to go anywhere you want.
Correct.
And you get a +3 on your roll. Oh wait, you don't have to worry about that because.
But
All
next
right.
next turn she'll have to.
I'm gonna
Use a meta point if you want.
move, but I want to move over here.
Then
Which is
spend
1,
two.
2, 3. That's 3.
No.
She was all the way Avatar.
Oh.
That's why.
Use it. That's
I
what
just
they're
used your
there for.
buff.
Fine. I'll. What? Okay. Phew.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm good.
Cool. So that puts an end to that first round, which means now it's time for a Meta Meltdown.
Away.
What is Meta Meltdown?
Well, this is where things get interesting.
More
Sarah, you have the
interesting.
sheets right there.
Oh, I do.
correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Please pass.
You
They're going to go
rolled-
2 to the left. So yours is going to go to Jebediah.
Okay.
you have to
Jebediah
play
is now
somebody
going to
else's
be Emily.
avatar for the round.
No, wait. Jebediah.
Now you hold on to yours because you
Jebediah
still
goes
your
where?
pilot sheet.
Yep. Who's do you have next?
Oh, I can do it. I figured it out.
Yeah. So Jebediah goes to. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're gonna be Sleuth Sue.
Well, shit.
You take the inside out.
Have
And
fun.
so what?
Am I?
So you're
next?
Teddy
Am
Roosevelt.
I Teddy? And you're
Yes.
Crash?
Sarah, you are
Yes.
Teddy, and Lisa
Thanks.
is Crash.
Boy!
Yep.
Yeah.
There's also the bear rug if you still want it.
I do not want that bear rug, as I am now shirtless because I am swimming in the water with gators.
Play in character then, for God's sake, for the sake of all of us.
I am not taking off my shirt on camera.
You know what would help Rushmore bolt run? A rotating barrel of some sort with a chamber for each president to rotate around Teddy. Hashtag Jack Sunbuff.
Get on that, Richard.
Don't mind if I do.
So does this mean where you are on this sheet now?
Yes. So
Okay.
you are right now more Tess than Crash. Or
I'm more Richard.
you're more. No, you're not more.
Oh,
yeah.
that's backwards.
Yes, his is backwards.
Okay, so I'm more Crash. Gaming celebrity shut.
She's more No, you're not more Crash. You're more Tess. Ignore this. You're just this.
Yeah, fold it in half for her, and they'll probably be less confusing.
Only look at
'Cause
the
you're s-
Gatling side.
You're still Tess.
The only one you care about.
Your Metapod went wacky.
Yep.
And so now you think this is the other part of you. So you're this and that.
Okay, but I'm still mostly
Yes.
Tess right now. Okay, cool.
Correct.
Oh, so I just think I'm Tess.
You
I mean,
just
No.
I think
you
I'm
are
s-
full
I'm-
avatar.
You're full.
Just
You're
full
full
Sue.
Sue.
You're full Sue
Yep.
now.
I'm
Yep.
full Sue now.
Yep. You basically are not gonna have to worry about much of anything,
Well,
except
shit.
that we're gonna have a system shot go off as well.
So that means that this is going to go randomly.
So that's gonna determine that next part right there.
Which is going to immediately be shocking because if that puts you all the way
Yeah,
over
that puts
here,
you on pilot.
Yeah,
Hey, game
exactly.
over.
pilot.
Well, what's, and
Whoa.
basi- well, and so then your job's
That's
gonna
what
be you
I
have
thought.
to
I
push,
can't get
push yourself
rid
as
of
far and fast as you can back to the avatar.
All
Which
right.
means you get up stealing.
And
points just like that.
Where do we go?
well, see, so that means one of two. So it's yay! I got a 1. Everybody goes full player.
Oh.
Or pilot.
Oh.
Wait, so I'm more Jenica?
You are all full pilot right now.
All right, so we don't even really have to worry about this particular meta meltdown since our avatars.
For the moment.
What does he do though? If he
But
doesn't
he
have
also
a
has to
pilot?
push himself over as soon as he can.
On his
So-
turn, that means there goes all
But
of
you
our
do
meta
have a
points.
rare moment now where that pilot is going to be aware of who he is.
Exactly who he is, yeah.
So you have an opportunity here. Okay. So back to the top. Emily, or excuse me, I'm going to go with your pilots now. Jenica, you're up first. You are in battle with a Jake
Yes.
that is trying to bite and wrestle you.
Yes.
Your swarm form has ended.
No, I am. Yes, I am Jenica, but I am also Teddy Roosevelt, so I am on top of 3 other
right.
presidents.
I forgot about that. So you were I forgot that you
2.
switched.
I sent Jefferson to
2.
France.
My
I'm
bad.
so sorry.
My bad.
2 other presidents.
Yes.
I'm standing
yes, one of the
cheerleader style.
attendants is on his way out to France.
Right.
I misspoke on everything.
And
too.
Am I holding a Gatling gun?
No, you're holding a big stick, and you have the option of getting to a Gatling gun that Richard has popped up for you, I believe.
Oh, no. My action was to hand him the Gatling.
Oh, that's
have
what it
the
was.
Gatling gun.
Oh, so you've got
gun.
a big stick in one hand and a Gatling gun in the other. You can drop your stick if you want and just start Gatling.
Okay.
Not the stick.
So because Jenica probably could not hold a giant Gatling gun.
It doesn't matter. You're in Teddy's body.
Okay, so I can hold the big Gatling gun?
Yeah.
Well, it takes a round for it to go?
No, you just start using
I
it.
could just start using the Gatling
It's
gun.
ready to
Start
go.
cranking it.
I feel that Jenica could probably use a Gatling gun just as well as Teddy Roosevelt.
You've got the sheets, so if you just do what you want.
Well, it's just like turning a crank, right?
Yeah, I mean, you should have to make an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
On Jenica.
So you can either use Jenica's.
Jenica has like no attacks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use
Do it.
really? 3?
Get off of that pilot.
Okay, I'm going to 3.
Okay, so using 3 meta points.
Yes, thank you, chat.
Okay.
And I'm going to use.
I don't want a psychologist.
Yeah, remember
with
that you have a
minigun
3
around.
point bonus on this roll from Jenica? Remember you have a 3 point bonus on this roll.
And can I use, since the Gatling gun is a gun, can I use his revolver attack?
Yes, his revolver attack is actually the same as any other gun that he would use, so yes, you
Yeah.
could.
Okay, great.
Absolutely.
And I get a 3 point bonus.
Correct. So you want to beat an 11, and you've got the 3 on that, yeah.
All right, you Jakes, prepare to meet your doom. It is all over. Bully.
Do I really sound like that?
And I beat it, but I rolled a 1-1.
Oh,
Teddy Roosevelt takes
Oh.
no Jake prisoners.
oh,
I rolled a double
okay.
1.
So you, oh, geez. So the Jake that had just been popped on the head earlier
Yes.
by Teddy, you now switch over to your Gatling gun and begin cranking it, and it lights this Jake up like nobody's business. I mean, this thing is flying lead everywhere. Teddy is laughing. Just like,
Just like Sam on Hill, ain't it?
good show. And
See how your compatriot is now spread across the
and you-
battlefield like confetti.
you turn this thing into paste.
Paste.
I
Confetti
mean,
paste.
Yes, it is. It is ripped to shreds.
Does it
That
happen to
Jake is
blind
down.
other Jakes with its
No.
confetti paste?
But I appreciate the effort. So that happens there. Oh, I realize what I'm doing differently than I did in the past. Doesn't matter. Jebediah, what would you like to do?
So, I hate boobs, at least when I'm wearing them, but I'm really glad I'm me right now. And I think my gadgeteering is going to come in real handy right now, along with my, where does it go? Walking armory ability. Because, see,
Okay.
what's going to happen here is Gatling, such a good inventor, he hadn't quite tested out those new chain lightning rounds that he was working on. And that is actually what was in those first few cylinders.
Okay.
So now that they've struck their target, the chain lightning effect will go off, striking other nearby Jakes.
Okay. Chain lightning rounds are another one of your gadgets.
And
just
I'm
so
on
you
a
know, for future.
D-
Yeah, they're just bullets
Correct.
with wires attached to the back that you.
Like a taser?
You can't use the barrel more than once because the wires don't come unattached.
Gotcha.
Good that the Jakes aren't standing in some sort of conductive fluid with all the townsfolk.
So
Yeah,
it
that's a
becomes a
good thing.
taser
That's a
attack. I see
very,
what's
very
going on.
good thing.
Okay.
We've got most of them up on buildings.
Give me your gadgeteering check on that, or your.
Beat it by 2.
I think the presidents are in the water.
Okay. Okay. So,
They were
so
both
yeah.
terrible presidents.
So you are able to, yes, by hacking, by swapping out that ammo beforehand, you are able to. Thank you for that, QQ.
Yes.
You are able to effectively taser another Jake, which doesn't kill it, but does stun and annoy the hell out of it. So that has happened.
Bully.
Bullet.
Bullet.
Oh, wait.
That's me. Bully.
That means the Jakes are up next.
Oh man.
There is a Jake that is currently on Ninja Emily Dickinson.
That would
That
be
would be you. So
That would
one's
be on
gonna-
Ninja Jebediah.
Yes, that one's gonna take a shot now at Ninja Emily Dickinson / Jebediah.
Still, and now can he be in Swarm? He can't, because that's
no,
me.
that's ended already. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
and it would be me.
Yep. So I need a defensive check from Emily.
Now is that going to be Jebediah?
Currently, you're all the way pilot, so it's gonna have to be Jebediah's defense. You could burn a buff. You could burn a meta point.
It's not his turn. Is it?
Yeah, it's not my turn.
I don't care. You can use it.
No, I won't. But I am instead probably going to use that, depending, because I'm rolling a D12 too. Hey, you know what I can do?
Yeah.
You can min max.
Can min-max me?
It says you can min-max an ally,
That's what I thought.
but you could use it to put yourself elsewhere on the thing.
Right. And who's next?
Next up after them is going to be Nick.
Why not? Slewfoot Sue will get to use the best dice,
Okay.
and I will go in the middle.
We can do one or the other. Remember, it's one effect.
Oh, it's one or the other? Okay, that's fine. I'll use my defense.
Okay, so you're gonna use Jebediah's defense.
Yeah.
Go for it then, please. And you did use your bonus, didn't you? Or,
No, I'm
it was
going
Nick
to
did.
probably
You're going
use
to
it
Yeah,
right now.
I'm with you.
And probably the armor too, if this goes as usual. For
Will be her armor that'll get
and this
used
is
up.
a +2 to this dice roll, right?
Yep,
Because I'm all the way over there.
I have, and she has 30 points of armor.
correct.
Right. I'm only gonna miss that by more than double my amount. So.
So you won't use
So
the
you-
Oh wait,
amount.
no, yeah, I missed
So
it.
you won't use your buff, but you will chop through some of her armor.
I'll use my 10, and she's got 30 points of armor. So how much does it do?
It's actually going to chop through. Well, it does 30 points of damage.
So I'll just take off my armor. It's fine.
There we go. Sounds good to me.
Did.
There was Jake's. There is one additional Jake. And that one additional Jake is going to go after
Tessa?
Mr. Richard Gatling.
Oh.
Who is
do I
Tessa?
use?
Don't let him on the boat.
I use Tessa's defense, right?
Unless you
And
want
I
to
need a
spend
defensive
meta
check
points.
currently from Tessa.
A defensive check? Is that a
Yes, unless
D8?
you-
Yep. And
DCV
so
under
you're-
that.
So it's, you want to get it. Oh, she beat it by 6.
6.
Cool. You are fine then. It
Yeah.
leaps up without water and takes a bite. Fails to lock
Kick
on.
it in its big ugly chompers.
Yep. Next up then is going to be Nick.
And I am Nick now.
Yes. Which you guys can all... You'll notice that he's not acting like Teddy. So you have a moment
Well, because
here
I'm
to-
acting like Teddy.
Yeah.
How long had I been Teddy?
You've been Teddy for months.
Maybe.
What am I experiencing right now? Then
Probably an incredible sense of what the hell. I want to go back.
okay, I can use a buff to move this
Yep.
anywhere.
You can immediately use a buff to put yourself all the way back.
Well,
on
they're
the left.
buff back there clearly.
But now you're not Teddy. You're whoever.
Slewfoot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's still
But
getting
it's-
action this
But
round.
it's still that he's not his
But he's
pilot.
not Nick.
That's the goal, is to not be his pilot.
Yeah.
Okay, so where am I again?
You are singing. Oops, shit.
Right, I just sang
You're
to a bunch of
singing.
Jakes.
Yes. Who are now looking at you expectantly.
All right, I beckoned them into the water.
You don't
I
owe
guess.
them anything.
I don't know.
fine.
To drown them.
That's totally fine. You are on your catfish, so you could lure them away if you wanted.
I will lure them away.
Mhm.
I will, using a catfish technique, lure them on.
You're the catfish.
Away.
I like it. You're gonna make them think that you're interested. You're gonna
Like this.
Isn't that the elaborate setup we've been doing for the last 15
He's
20
gonna put
minutes?
somebody else's portrait up on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
I am actually not this actual person.
That's true. You are not this person. That is very meta. So yes, you start doing that, and as you swim away with these catfish, or with the catfish, those jakes, they turn and they start following you.
Like herding catfish.
Crash, it's on you.
So
You're all Crash dressed as Johnny Appleseed.
Crash, it will be okay.
Hey, who's on the boat with me? Gatling.
You're Gatling right now?
I'm Emily Dickinson.
Emily
She's Gatling.
Dickinson.
He sounds familiar.
Gatling's on the boat with you, yes.
They're both on the boat.
Yes.
Full pilot.
Johnny and Gatling are on the boat.
And how many Jakes
You're with.
He sounds
are in
familiar.
the water? There's only one Jake in the water.
Because the other 4 are following Slewfoot Sue down the river.
Okay. Well, this is scary.
Hashtag MetaPoint, hashtag.
What do I have for weapons?
Catfishing. Hashtag so confused.
Oh, Thwop.
Thank you.
I'm so confused too, and I'm supposed to be the one running the damn thing. So
Merci.
Thank you.
thank you very much.
You have a shovel?
Okay, I reach over to where Gatling is. I pull his pistol from behind his coat because I
Okay.
know right where it is.
Fair.
And I hop off of the boat right on top of one of the Jake's heads and just shoot it in the eye from above.
Ooh, it's like a declared shot.
I literally hop light as a feather off the boat, land on the thing's head with one foot, and just kind of kneel down and pop it right in the top of the head.
Gruesome yet effective.
Roll,
Johnny
please.
Wick Appleseed.
And actually, you only are going to take a 2-point penalty for declaring that shot.
Okay.
What's your gunnery?
Oh, Crash, this will be fun.
Yeah, Crash is a very good video game player, so.
Can I use your other 8 so I can roll them both at the same time?
Sure.
2.
Okay, so I beat it by, what is my ACV?
Gross.
Yeah, so I beat it by 9.
Okay. Yeah, so you do exactly as you said. You hop off, you pop that the revolver up to the side of this thing's eye.
And I'm standing on it with one foot, balancing perfectly. And just,
Probably a barefoot too, because you're Johnny.
Fire in.
of course I'm barefoot, and I have pants on, right?
As you leap on top of this thing, mounting it, you yell out to no one in particular, "You can't kill me!"
Yeah.
And
that's exactly what I yell out. It's just,
yes.
You can't kill me!
And and yeah, that shot actually does double damage going through the eyeball, and so you're able to drop that Jake right there.
That's the last of them, right?
That is the last of them.
Can I use the last little bit of my movement to acrobatically land back on the boat in my cool ninja position?
You do an acrobatic flip back with Crash.
I look over at Richard Gatling and go, Ninja Johnny Appleseed.
What?
And in Richard Gatling, it would be on you, but yes, they are all dropped now. So is there anything you want to do before we leave initiative?
You have a big gun.
Can I use it?
Could she take out
full?
Yeah, but you still got all of Richard's equipment.
Yeah, you still have all of his equipment. So if you have can you shoot a gun?
She sure can.
You could she shoot one of the Jakes that's been
Following after the
seducted?
gap? She could, absolutely.
Seduced? You could shoot a Jake.
I have ranged. What do I have?
You actually, you do have a very wicked prototype that's with you that you could fire a shot off with if you wanted. And
yeah.
Or I could just try to strangle them with my bare hands.
No, they're out of
They're
range.
far away.
they're too far away.
They're following.
And
Sleuth
Richard
Sue
would
on a
not
catfish.
do hand-to-hand combat.
Well, I'm not
you might.
Richard.
Tessa
I'm
would.
Tessa.
Tessa would. That's true.
That's all I have is hers. Unarmed.
Yes. However, in this specific case, if you look at your sheet, Richard's weapon is an item of power, which means someone else can use it, which means you could use it as Tessa and use that number.
Okay, long range right there.
Is that the railgun that you're?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Edison
So you're using the
railgun?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'll use it.
Okay.
So you need to get a 20, and does she get to? Is she rolling the d12s plus 2, or is she rolling her d8s?
She's rolling her d8s.
On
She's
Tessa's
just
sheet.
using Tessa's sheet right now.
You're
She's
using
happens to
Tessa's
be
sheet.
using
You're
an
just
item
using
Richard has
something
on
that
her
he
person.
has.
So what do I need?
You need a 20. There's no way you cannot beat that.
What'd she get?
She beat it by 6.
6.
Beat it by 6?
Yeah.
So from a distance, as Slewfoot Sue is swimming down,
You get the +3
With
on
the
that
Jakes.
too, don't forget.
Oh, she beat it by 9 then.
yeah, you look up, line yourself up with this insane-looking, basically railgun prototype that you've pulled out of wherever, because apparently Richard has all of his toys with him right now.
In a bag.
Yeah. Pull
This is
it out,
fun.
set it up,
I kind of
scope
like
it.
this avatar. It's better than mine.
You pop off one shot, and it goes this bolt of. It's a shot, but it's a magnetically propelled shot.
Doesn't make
Fires straight true, and it taps that. Misses on its offense. Taps that Jake right in the back of the head, exits out its mouth, and now there are 3 Jakes that are following Slewfoot Sue
It has
down
3 shots.
the river. It's a reloading situation, so you get 1 shot.
Per round. Okay. All right.
And as you do that, and as Sue is going down, the water is starting to settle down from the flood.
That was a long flood.
And in game terms, it was very short. And after a little bit, Sue comes meandering her way back up towards the town. She'd gotten the Jakes off to a neighboring stream and convinced them that that she has a twin sister that they could hang out with right down the stream, and so they took her up on that and they went down
Brilliant.
the stream. to find the sister.
And now we're back in our bodies.
So are we back now?
Yeah,
We
you're
are?
back. You're back in Copperopolis now.
Oh, that's it?
Give me my bowler.
So you are back to your
I need my
original
bowler hat.
characters.
My bowler hat is stuck on
Oh,
your head.
look at that.
Okay, got a rap battle. Got no pants. That has to happen. That has to happen. That has to happen. That has to happen. Yes, no problem.
No problem.
No problem. We're good.
No, bro.
So yeah, so you guys continue, or so you guys are now back in town.
Excellent.
When are we doing the president rap?
What?
The president.
Oh, I'm
president?
getting there.
Okay,
I've got
Did
my
you
list
have
of
to
things that have
remind
to
it?
happen
I'm
before
so
we get
sorry.
out of there. So you guys are able to collect yourselves and whatnot. The town is very thankful for all of your assistance dealing with the zombies and such.
Excellent.
And does then but does request helps you get the supplies that you need, and then you guys are able to make your way back out on the trail back towards the kingdom.
Before we go,
Yes.
I round up all the able-bodied men and I say, I'm looking for a volunteer. I need a new Jefferson.
Give me an intimidation check.
Beat it by 8.
Yes, you get several volunteers who
Excellent.
are willing.
I need backup Jeffersons.
You have to-
I need backup Jefferson.
I go
Okay.
through a lot of Jeffersons, you understand.
He plays the legs.
You have 4 Jeffersons who came along with you now. They just feel like it's what they should be doing. And so you guys are able to get all of yourselves back together, get yourselves situated and such. And the next day you spend the night in the town because they need some help cleaning up and such. And the zombies are a little bit upset about their experience. It was not what they were.
Did we lose any zombies?
No.
Make sure you're counting the ones that are still on keel below the boat.
That's true. You got the ones that are in the zombie net.
But the net, the boat has since grounded as the water has receded, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So you were able to detach those zombies from each other and get them back to the herd as well. So yeah. You were back at. So you started with, what was it, 600? You lost
Yes.
5. So you're still back at 595 zombies. You managed to get through that entire flood without losing any zombies.
Well, if there's any luck, maybe one of them got bit by a zombie and
You
we
can get some
replaced
more back
some.
that way.
I'm just saying.
No. Remember, we established it doesn't work that way because someone would try to exploit that as a way for capitalism's sake.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, and am I stuck as Jebediah this whole time?
Until
'Cause
you spend
If I have to
metabytes.
lisp like this as Jebediah, he's gonna be cranky.
Something like
pants.
that. So you guys spend the night, and the next morning you get up and you continue on your way. Along the way, if you want, you can have any conversation about the flood, what you experienced, anything that happened, or
We got
such.
points left? Are we good on points?
You've
We
got
have
5 meta
5?
points. You have a buff on your own, Jackson, if you want it.
I was going to save it in case we got into another scrap of doodle.
Is the rule of cool the one we already spent or a new one?
No, we have 2.
Oh, awesome. Thanks.
So there
Can
will
I-
be another one coming.
I'm going to spend some points so I
And a
can,
hack attack.
if that's okay. Thank you.
One of the hack attacks is going to make you lose your pants, and the other hack attack is the rap battle.
Okay.
It will happen. I've got a plan.
No,
right.
I've been.
I've got
I'll
a plan.
spend 2 points also
Okay.
to move back to the middle ground.
I'll spend 1 point to go.
Yeah, especially,
So that's 5.
I don't need to write any more notes. It's all good.
I'm going to get that for you if you
Thank you,
don't
sir.
mind.
That's true, because you two haven't seen this before. Especially with that hack attack thing, I like to wait until it will be the most fortuitous moment to drop
course.
those on us.
You do.
Yes.
Because it should be entertaining for the folks who have helped with that.
So King Teddy, you fought interestingly in that battle.
Noticed, did you? Yes. Would you care to write a poem about my fabulous deeds?
I already-
And magnificent chest.
Not of your chest, but
There's enough literature on that anyway. Good call.
your deeds, in fact, I already have.
It's actually a national holiday in the Kingdom of Yosemite.
His
It's
chest?
Teddy's chest day.
Chest's
It
giving.
gets a whole day.
Chest giving. Yep. Chest giving.
Ugh.
It's a feast day.
Town.
So I've noted.
For the eyes.
40 minutes to fill. Great.
So I noticed.
Oh, don't worry. We got this.
So King Teddy, you may know that I'm an observer of.
Hashtag meta point for some reverse puberty for Johnny.
Thank you.
Reverse puberty.
So that he can stop talking like a gruff old man and go back to Johnny.
Oh, nice.
Or maybe, see, I thought they said I could grow up a little bit.
Did you use it already? At that point?
He used a couple.
I used a couple to move back to the middle.
Okay, cool.
You may have noticed that I study human nature and regular nature and all sorts of things, and I observe a lot, and that's how I can write my poetry. And I was observing you during our fight over our intercoms.
Explains why he didn't help.
And I noticed that at one point you seemed very perplexed and you kind of stopped. What was going on?
Yes, well, normally I get more clearance from my Washington and Lincoln. But due to the water, there was a bit of unbalancing, yes. And so I was not able to get quite the swing I normally do on my stick.
No, it wasn't.
Bully.
It was not that. It was
Bully indeed.
the confusion. You were seeming confused.
Well, I was expecting actual presidents to manifest from out of time, you see, but...
No, it was a pause that I have not seen. It was like you were a different person for a moment.
Is that at that moment that we were all different people for a moment?
It was a different people moment. It was very confusing, I agree, but I noticed something because I observe.
Yeah, what I noticed is he said Voltron,
And that was strange to you?
and my thought was Voltron for a man like Teddy Roosevelt. What in God's name is a Voltron?
I believe it's a measurement of electricity.
No, that's a volt. I know that at least from listening to him.
Good catch on the anachronism there, Johnny.
So I'm curious as to where this Voltron comes from. Is it something you just made up in your head? Somewhere you just plucked it out of there?
I think it came to me in a dream.
What about what? Was it about giant robot tigers and
No, that's
mastodons?
ridiculous. Don't quite recall the details of it. Now, anyway, we should be off. There's plenty of ground to cover.
Isn't
Good
this what
job.
they call
A repressed memory.
diverting?
And diversion, yes.
Yes.
I
Just-
think that it'll happen again, because it always happens again.
The dream?
No.
The
pause.
diverse.
When we are together, things tend to mix up from time to time.
The pause.
It's only a matter of time before it happens again. And when it does, well, that will be our time to strike, even though it will most
in a
likely be
fight.
in the middle of some sort of life and death
When it is
situation. But when
inconvenient.
better than that to talk to people about their true feelings, thoughts, and identities?
It
Always
is
at the height of
inconvenient,
crisis.
isn't it?
Or we could just get him drunk.
Ah! Smashing
Which
idea!
is exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. I have been working on invention for days. I've been spending all of my free time on this. I have finally created an almost perfect handheld portable distillery.
A handheld.
Does it work with apples?
Now, let me show you. Now, see, these tanks in the back, now they hold the alcohol where it ferments and is moved into this second tank right here where it is flavored.
Capital!
Now, it goes through this hose, and it has different flavor receptors. Now, you can see here on the wand area at the end where the trigger is, there's a rotating barrel for, this one has juniper for gin, this one has whiskey, this one's got sugar for rum.
I'm quite fond of rum.
Yes, and I can just basically fire this about 30 feet in any direction. Now, it is piping hot and extremely flammable.
Professor, why would you want to fire alcohol, boiling alcohol, 30 feet?
Well, how else am I supposed to dispense it
Why
properly
couldn't
from
it
across
just-
the room? I'm not a bartender,
Well-
Miss Dickinson.
Wait a minute. What
just-
would happen if somebody lit a
Gravity?
spark in front of it?
Well, then it would catch on fire, Jonathan. That's how it works.
And then you'd have a huge stream
Oh,
of
dear
fire.
God, I created a flamethrower, didn't I? Well,
I don't personally imbibe much.
I would say back to the drawing board, but you never know when we're going to be out of tinder for the evening, and a campfire might be a good thing.
Or when we need rum.
It's 30 feet. No.
Red rum, particularly.
Rum fired 30 feet away. How are we going to catch the boiling hot rum from
Hold a
30
lot of mugs in our
Okay,
hands.
as it goes through the air, it will cool depending on the velocity. Now, if it's going very fast, it will cool much faster as it is going through the air. This is science,
Why don't
everyone.
you climb a tree?
So by the time it gets to you, if you're exactly 30 feet away, it won't be boiling, but a nice, hot, toddy consistency.
That does seem more
At
palatable.
120 degrees Fahrenheit.
How
have
does
you,
the
have you
aiming-
tried it yet? Has anyone actually?
I have not found a
I'm
test
betting
subject
he's
willing.
brave enough.
I shall be willing enough. Fire it up, Doctor. I look forward to relaxing with a refreshing hot toddy.
Now, I'd like you to count off 15 paces in that direction if you don't mind.
If you'd like to use my bowler, it's just exactly designed for catching.
I would be honored, thank you.
Well, I was just going to shoot it at your mouth.
It's warm.
That's because it's on my head. That's what required for cooking up all them thoughts I have.
It smells like
Can I move over? I don't think I can handle this, as Tessa. I'm doing it. I'm using a point. All right.
Well, let's
I'm
try
waiting
it
for
out.
Richard to try this. Yeah.
Yeah, we said that rum might. You said that.
I just won.
Sue, you said that rum might help.
Nothing in this conversation has been worth interrupting, and so it's just,
Now you understand, Doctor, I will have to do this shirt.
Yes, it does work when he has
Well, I
rum.
wouldn't want to ruin your shirt.
That's why I have so many. Ha!
Now I'll stand here and you stand over there on the other end of the campfire. Wait, no, that's a terrible idea.
Be careful, Your Majesty.
I don't know the word.
You don't do
Oh,
good
Majesty
things
means
flying
you're
at your
king.
mouth.
Ah, yes, thank you.
With your majesty, me drink.
And after you drink that bowl, you'll be your highness.
or his heavingness.
All right, and I and I take a shot.
This can't possibly end poorly.
Give me the roll.
Okay. Since I'm like halfway on the spectrum right now, I think that I might have the presence of mind about halfway through to aim the shot properly using Crash's skills as opposed to my own.
I'd like it.
Because we've all decided that Mr. Richard Gatling can't not shoot straight.
Yes.
Now, unless he's trying to give you a deal, and then he's always a straight shooter.
Yes. Or if he's using his weapons. I mean, his weapons are very.
Oh yeah, his weapons are fine.
Yes.
This is still just
This
a
is a prototype.
This is a prototype distillery.
Give me your roll.
Okay. Thank you. Ooh, these are big dice.
Yeah, the 12s.
You know what?
I'm excited
Do
for
you
this.
still have your Patreon buff?
1 point.
It has to be done.
It has to be done. Emily's just gonna write
In
a
case
poem.
anyone's worried, I've got a plan for the
got a
pants,
10?
for the
Yeah, I
rap
got a
battle, for the hack, everything. Like, we're good. Trust me.
Yes.
What'd you beat it by?
Well, I rolled a 9, and see, I gotta look at the right guy. Oh, this is one of the. I don't need that.
Oh, sorry, I did not collect it. I apologize.
Where are we? We
A
still
9,
outside?
so I beat it by
Yeah, we're
7.
Outside.
By
Can't
7? Teddy, please give me a body check.
I would rather use my combat technique to block range
better! Block range!
with
Yes,
+2
please.
defense and partial damage.
Yes, that's awesome. Do that, please.
How do I do that?
So just go ahead and roll
Your D8.
D8 where you are, and you want to beat a 12.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I beat it by
So he catches it
8,
perfectly.
I think.
Yeah, you actually have the option. You catch it perfectly in the bowl, or if you want, you could just down the gussel.
I turn
Belly.
around and catch it behind my back.
Yes. Teddy's just showing off at this point. He's
Teddy
showing-
freaking Roosevelt, everybody.
everybody.
Bully.
All right.
And following that, you guys continue your trek then
sorry.
on towards the kingdom of Yosemite.
I
Trying
have
to get
written-
Roosevelt drunk enough to start talking about his real self.
I have, by the way, written several poems about the tendency of certain men to show off and do testosterone-y kind of things.
Acts of bravado and machismo.
I have interrogation
Testosterone.
too. Can I use that?
Yeah, so
It's the San Francisco treat.
you've been giving him so much alcohol, and while he is a very, very, I'll have to VOD later.
It was not appropriate.
I'm guessing as much.
Give me my die back.
So, Teddy, you actually move 1 point on the spectrum from all this alcohol you've consumed. You've just got a touch
Fine.
of your pilot showing up right now as you guys are walking along.
Woo.
And you guys are continuing the next morning as you're still recovering from this major dose of alcohol that you had.
Calisthenics.
Calisthenics in the morning.
Of course.
So you go through. I'm gonna hand wave. You go through calisthenics. You guys are back out on the trail. What do you do?
Interrogate.
Of course, we're gonna keep interrogating.
So just keep talking to him then.
Gotta ask him.
All
lots of
right.
See what you
questions.
can get.
From time to time, I'm going to shoot him with some alcohol.
You can convince him to do it again.
Convince him?
It's like a
That's
parlor
fair.
trick.
That's fair.
What, do I have to twist his arm?
Yeah, and then you continue to do this as you guys are going along. Like
I'll be surprised if he's not like, hit me! You know?
He totally is.
Run!
He'll be to the point where he's
He'll
standing
be
up
like
on the
holding
So
the
buffalo.
you-
He'll be
you
holding
wanna
the
try?
device, trying to pull the trigger with his toe.
do it.
Run, boy!
So, Your Highness, I don't know if you remember, but a few nights ago you were talking in your sleep and you kept talking about some woman named Wanda. Does that ring a bell? I've never met a Wanda in this here land.
Don't think so. No, I only dream of my fair Queen Edith. And our indeterminate number of children.
Which is kind of weird, but anyway.
They are. I named one of them Kermit, for God's sake. I think he dies in a war. And
It's a true story. Yeah, he did.
Well, you kept talking about Wanda like you missed her, so it made me wonder: was that your mother, or?
I can't remember the name of my
Or was that an intern in the White House?
Was it Roosevelt? Because that would probably be
Oh, yes.
half of it, I would think.
That was part of her name. Yes.
You don't remember your mother's name?
Funny, I don't seem to be able to think of it at the moment. It may have been this quart of rum I've had this morning.
Have another.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's awfully sad.
Some mothers are worth forgetting.
Do you remember the pods?
Ghastly uncomfortable. No. What?
Have another.
Oh, thank you. Good thing I lashed myself to my buffalo. Last one that bucked me, I turned into wings.
Wait, those are real?
I invented them.
Took me a second.
Do you like buffalo wing?
Oh, marvelous food. Wonderful, spicy, good for the constitution and the spirit. Cleans the sinuses.
What's your favorite flavor? Do you like the barbecue one, the honey mustard, teriyaki chicken?
Teriyaki chicken, definitely.
Teriyaki?
Yes.
I could use some teriyaki right
I'm
now.
just thinking that I was the only one familiar with
Do you,
the Far East.
do you like
Oh,
it?
well, after Admiral Perry opened up Japan to the west.
The real question is, does he like it with ranch sauce?
Or blue
Or
cheese.
dipping or blue cheese?
Blue cheese all the way.
Blue cheese, definitely, absolutely.
But you'd have it with ranch, right?
In a pinch, yeah.
Do you prefer the metal ramekins or the plastic ones?
Well, the metal, if you're going to go with it, the plastic.
Well, yeah, but I
is-
mean, what if you order out?
You have your own ramekins in the car, obviously.
What
Excuse me, what is a car?
It's a part of the train, obviously. I'm speaking of the Pullman, the royal coach that I take when my buffalo is sick.
And right about then, Ted, you can go ahead and put yourself all the way back on the avatar.
Damn it! We were almost close.
We were almost close.
Ah, I feel good. Who's for punching a mountain?
Actually, that doesn't sound too bad to me. I don't know why.
Let's take one of the Sierra Nevadas. They're not doing anything for us. All they do is kill wagon trains.
They also provide snow, which is beautiful, and
Which,
water in
speaking
the
of which,
summer.
is where you find yourselves now, entering
Sierra
into the
Nevadas.
mountains.
Oh.
You're
Are we
Are we
starting
near
to see-
Tahoe?
There's
No,
snow?
south.
We're south in the Sierra Nevada. Okay.
Yep. You are starting to work your way through some passes. It is, given the season, I believe we established earlier
Summer.
that it was summer.
No, spring.
Spring.
Because it wasn't too hot.
Right. So there is some thaw that's been going on. It's part of the reason why that dam broke, the placeholder dam, because of the spring thaw and the increase in water.
The snow
and all that.
melting.
Yep, the snow melt was causing problems.
So wait, extra water caused a flood?
Yeah, it was weird. Of all the things to, I thought,
quit the earth.
I thought I'd get creative with that one.
This is why we punch the mountain.
Yeah. But as you're hiking around the trails and such, you guys get this sense that you're being watched.
It seems to happen.
Do I sense who they are?
Oh, well, you can just look around, and every once in a while you get this glimpse of just kind of like a dark shape up against the sky.
Knowledge Yosemite.
Up against the sky?
Oh, yeah, just a person standing there somewhere, or a thing standing somewhere.
Danger sense? Is this person dangerous?
You sense danger. Teddy, go ahead and give me your Yosemite check, yeah.
Beat it by 2.
It's a dark watcher. That's what they're called. They just seem to watch.
I just assume they all know what this is too. So
Yeah,
why
exactly.
share?
Exactly. You don't say much more. It's just a watcher.
Just a watcher.
What the hell is a watcher?
Oh, the dark version. Dark watcher. They watch, they're dark.
It's dangerous, whatever it is.
I wonder if they're one of the founders.
The founders?
I mean, the Sounders.
The
know.
sounders?
Soccer? Anyone? No?
No, I don't understand what we're talking about.
Okay.
I've seen games of cricket. Are we talking about cricket?
Yes. Yes, we are talking about cricket, Miss Dickinson.
Very
Thank you.
similar.
Welcome to the conversation.
I must
Strange
have
lady.
missed something.
Isn't she? Smartest
But
woman
yes,
I've
there are
ever
no
met.
reports of the Dark Watchers attacking anyone. They just seem to watch.
They're harmless, or have been so far.
Well,
Until that one time where they're not.
They like to watch.
I think this might be the one time because something's amiss. Okay, something's amiss. Right.
And the
here.
next time you
Are you
look
saying
up
something
that
is a
way,
myth
they're
or
gone.
something is a myth?
Amiss.
The
Something's
myth,
not right.
The myth of the Dark Watchers.
No, something's not right. Something's amiss.
Could you interpret, please?
He says something's not right.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move
Something's
over
amiss.
one.
Burning a point.
Burning a point.
So you guys,
What kind of things do the Dark Watchers watch?
Dark things?
Like, are they only around when something terrible and violent is going to happen? Because,
Usually, yes.
well,
Sometimes.
I think maybe we should be on guard.
So
then.
they are
I'm
like-
just throwing this out there as an idea, and I
They-
don't expect everyone to cotton to my way of thinking, but maybe a little bit of preparation on our part wouldn't be the worst thing.
If they are portents like Poe's Raven, then yes.
What?
I agree.
A literary allusion to the work of a Baltimorean poet,
Yes.
Edgar Allan.
Yes.
Never heard of
Smashing
them.
chap.
I always thought he was kind of a, raging alcoholic.
His work is very fun.
But so is Eli Whitney, and he was a genius too, so here we go.
so you guys continue on, and you actually do. You manage to reach the kingdom of Yosemite.
The inner part, because we were all carved.
Yeah, like the capital of the kingdom of Yosemite.
What is the capital of the Kingdom of Yosemite?
Teddyville?
Huh?
Teddyville?
Yeah, it's like a keep.
Hashtag meta point meta tip. Like all great heroes, Teddy Roosevelt's mother was named Martha. You think this is a joke, but it is not.
It's a
Thank you.
Martha.
Not Wanda, then.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, chat.
My dearest
the
mom.
kingdom. I mean, it's picture like a medieval city. You know, there's a wall all around. Well organized gardens and such.
It's beautiful.
With a castle.
Yeah, there's a
That's a castle.
Of course,
The
there's a
ranch.
keep, a castle. Yeah.
How many statues of Teddy Roosevelt are there?
To try and count would be, but most of them aren't that bad. There's one central, large, towering Teddy Roosevelt statue, but most of the other ones are actually pretty innocuous. It isn't like a full,
Shrine.
Kim Jong-il situation, or whatnot.
Who's that?
Your pilot would know.
I'm not in pilot
I
mode.
know, I'm just letting you know your pilot would know. I'm breaking that wall.
You can ask him from time to time.
Yeah. So you get there and you disembark and you, the zombies are being taken off to where they keep their zombies.
Zombie corrals?
Yes, zombie corrals.
Stables, if you will?
Yes.
Cemeteries are already fenced in, so that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're being boarded, and Teddy has invited you guys to stick around for a while, as these fine traveling companions that you have been. Which I'm assuming you want to stick.
Oh, we'll
Oh, definitely, yeah. I want to get the lay of the land, and we have some unfinished business
Yeah.
with Mr. King Roosevelt.
So that evening, he throws a giant party, a gala, if you will, to celebrate the arrival
soiree.
of your group, a soiree, as your new friends and such. And the theme of this party is the battling presidents.
The battling president.
Yes, it's one of his favorite themes. He uses it at least 6 times a week.
Is it like what would happen if certain presidents dueled?
Yes, it always takes different forms. Sometimes he has them battle with swords. Sometimes they battle with words. And oddly enough, this evening the decision had been made that there was going to be a musical battle, a battle of syncopated rhythmic talking.
It's perfect time to pull out my electrophonic bagpipes.
Yes. Yes.
They rotate
and
when
so
you play them.
you each
How did you know?
you each find yourself assigned a president
What?
to embody for this. We'll call it a rap battle.
Oh,
as it were.
we're doing some theatricals.
Yes. Teddy, of course, always chooses Teddy.
He is the best one.
Yes, someone is required by law in the Kingdom of Yosemite. Someone is required to compete as Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
I did see Johnny Appleseed's hand go up. First.
Damn it!
Someone is required to compete as George Washington.
Oh, no.
I already called my dibs, so try nothing.
Someone's on Jefferson. That's what you wanted. So one of you two, George Washington. You wanted one of the Bushes.
Yeah, I did too. Well,
And one of those 1898 bushes, or
No.
I tell you what. Who are we lacking? No one wants to be Washington.
Washington.
I will do Washington. Who were you going to?
George W.
Okay.
And I'm HW.
This can't go badly at all.
just like those 12 years. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
I'll be here next week as well.
Well played. So that evening that event is going to happen.
Emily is going to drink a little, as she does not like to perform.
Everybody is required to drink for the Battle of the Presidents. In fact,
yes.
There is so much drinking.
Emily is quite nervous. She does not enjoy performance art.
There is so much drinking before this that you all somehow find yourself kind of as you're getting ready. You're a little hungover even for this thing to begin, and somewhere along the lines you lost your pants.
Except me. And
Except for you.
Got day glow
Or
ones.
somehow you found yourself a pair of day glow orange blousey pants.
And
You're really
some
not
camel
sure
pants.
where these came from.
1991.
Am I wearing
Does he sing too legit?
my
You have
leggings?
Too legit to quit.
Am I
Yes!
wearing,
Why
did
do
I
I know
just
that?
lose? Did I just lose my outer skirts and now I'm wearing leggings, or am I wearing?
Get some bloomers on, don't you?
Do I have just
Don't you wear
bloomers?
Bloomers. Yes.
But they're
But you don't care
At least they
because you've
kind of
been
look like
drinking.
mine. They're nice and billowy.
Emily still cares.
This is the most laid back Emily's ever been.
But she still cares.
Okay.
Yeah, what is
Impractical
Emily
pants.
drinking? Does she have like a little like absinthe flute?
Yes, that's exactly what she has.
That sounds right. I like that. So yeah, there is though the centerpiece of the Battle of the Presidents is this rap battle for this evening, and lots are drawn to see who will go first.
God,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
it's terrible.
And it's not required to be a lengthy rap battle, but it is required to be a participant in the rap battle.
I would
wrote it.
prefer to be like
You
the
can
Snoop
pre-write
Dogg
it.
portion of a Dr. Dre
I
song,
just wrote it after we knew we had to do it.
or also the Eminem portion of a Dr. Dre song.
Yes. And how do I work that in? Can't work that one in yet. Okay. So first up on the announcer, has got the crowd whipped up into a frenzy. Hey everybody, it's time. It's your favorite time of day. Your favorite time of day. It's time for the Battle of the Presidents. Battle and Presidents time. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a great old battle tonight. Tonight's battle, we're not gonna be using swords. No, hell no. We're not gonna be using guns. Hell no. No, we're not gonna be using any sort of highfalutin language. No. We are going to go. What are those kids calling it today? We're gonna go old school. I'm told that's the thing. We're gonna go old school with our very first rhythmic word talking battle. And first up, as I'm looking around right now, is our very own guest, Mr. Johnny Appleseed. Mr. Johnny Appleseed's gonna
this
throw
better
down,
be good.
give us a rap battle. And Johnny, you were participating as I believe that wonderful President Abraham Lincoln. Is that
Abraham Lincoln, that's right.
Can you explain the rules to me one more time? Now, this is
Rules of
like
rap battle
poetry.
Rules of rap battle simple. Think of it as rhythmic poetry. Think of it as poetry to music. Think of it as poetry with a beat. Poetry with attitude.
Now, are we allowed to use like pre-written poetry, or are we allowed, in another case, if the answer is no, to write like Miss Emily Dickinson's poetry and not rhyme on purpose?
You do whatever you need to do to get yourself through this hack attack.
Poems are free form. You can.
It's like a four-line poem, like a Mary Had a
You
Little
do whatever
Lamb
you
sort
need
of
to do to
thing.
get yourself through this hack attack.
Poems can be as brief as you want.
The more questions you ask me, the more you force me to lock down the rules, the more you screw yourself in the process.
That's why I ain't asking nothing. I'm just
Much
saying,
smarter
when
than
do I
not ask
stop?
me to clarify.
That explains why your hype man has no teeth.
And there's a guy in the corner, no teeth, who's just going like,
King Teddy!
So it's my time to go?
You are up first, Mr. Abraham Lincoln.
My name's Abe Lincoln, and that's no joke. My rhymes are chill, and they got real stroke. I'm the best president that ever was. Better than Teddy, or George, or
George.
Kermit and Foz. Oh!
people start applauding. Yeah, too dope. And no one knows what that means. But they're saying it. Crowd goes crazy. And next up, we have our very own Emily Dickinson. Our very own Emily Dickinson, who's gonna throw down. She says she knows some far-off president from back east. You know, we haven't been paying attention to those folks. You know, ever since they shoved all the zombies west. Ever since the spirit of the West came down and kind of splintered us off from them. But apparently they've had some more presidents. One of these new presidents, they've got some guy, a Bush or something. I don't know. Anyway, she's gonna tell us a little bit about this guy. You go, Emily. You go.
Okay. My name is George H.W. Bush. I'm used nepotism to add to my cushion. Broccoli is not yummy. My son is a dummy. Hold on. My praise you may now gush. Word.
The crowd, there's a pause, and then the crowd says, you start breaking out a dance move, is that correct?
No, Emily would not.
Emily just kind of...
Now I'm just gonna go.
She just kind of holds herself together a bit and walks away.
Yeah.
And the crowd, yeah! People are excited, they're pumped. This is like this awesome experience they've never had. And ladies and gentlemen, I am so pleased to tell you that your very own king, your very own majestic king, King Theodore himself, good old Teddy. Teddy's gonna throw down, he's gonna use some words, he's gonna say some things, he's gonna tell us some truth. We are so excited, Your Highness. You go, Teddy, you go!
T to the E to the DDY Rosie. Ashes to ashes and a pocket full of posies. The measure of a man is not prescribed by his class. If you do not like meritocracy, I'll go sit on hill on your ass. The 26th president, no, the first King Roosevelt. When I go on safari, I kill everything that's on the veld. Bully.
Wow.
Crazy! Lift the roof! Lift the roof! Lift the roof! It's just weird because they're out in the center courtyard. There are no roofs. But they are so excited and they're just going crazy for these words of truth, words of wisdom that the king has dropped. And they look around and they say to themselves, oh yeah, we got this. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased, everybody. I'm so pleased to tell you who we got next. This is a man who we know knows words. He uses words in ways that make you want to buy things you do not need. This is a man who knows to spin a platter. I don't know what that means either, but he can do it. He can do it on multiple spinning things. Our very favorite guest, Mr. Richard Galling, Professor Richard Galling, here to tell us something using some wonderful words. Mr. Galling, sir, I believe you are portraying
Thomas Jefferson, who, although a Virginian, I hear was a good man.
I did not hear that, actually.
Now, I'm not very good at these hippity-hoppity type things, but I'll give it a try. So, hello everybody, my name is Tom. I'd like to read a story, and it's the effing bomb. We, the people of the motherfucking hood, are here in Yosemite up to no good. My wife is old and she looks like a booger, so I spend my nights hunting down brown sugar.
There was this incredibly awkward pause.
Jefferson, out.
There's this incredibly awkward pause as everyone kind of looks around at each other. And
I just want to say that if James Dean was watching, he just lost his shit.
it's true. If James watches this, he will love that moment. And there's a pause, and the people are like, yeah! And the crowd they're going crazy. They love this. And
So bad.
I want to be legit about it, so odds evens. Next up for your listening enjoyment, we got a lady here who's been known about in song and myth and legend. And she is going to say some things that we have never experienced. She's going to say words that we will just enjoy. Our very
used all of the best
our very own Secretary of War. Why would you do defense? Very own Secretary of War. The lady we know is Slewfoot Sue. she is going to be portraying some, I don't know, she said she's going to make up a president or something. She said there's another one of these Bush ones, whatever. I don't know, she doesn't spend much time back east, but she claims she knows something. So
Creativity is good.
So, next up on the stage,
George.
you go, girl.
George W. I see what you're dealing, and I get this feeling to attack the East like a strategery beast. I also like to paint like a Bob Ross saint. Jesus lights my way to greatness and a large paycheck.
And again, there is this moment of just like, yeah! People are loving it. They're loving so time. They're loving all the things that are happening.
I like what the made-up presidents did the best.
And then so then one last guy, the Franklin, your cousin, the little 10-year-old, is always assigned by you to get stuck being one of the contenders, and he hates this so much.
Needs to be toughened up. He'll be a leader someday.
Yes, cuz, and he walks up to the mic and there's no mic.
Give him hell, Wheels!
It'll
make sense in a few years.
It's awful.
Roosevelt.
He stands up, and he looks out and clears his throat, and he's actually dressed very properly. He says,
I can't wait to hear what he says.
Oh, neither can I. He speaks so quietly.
Which president is this?
It's the hardest part is when you're trying to come up with your own contribution to this, and you have no time to think about it because you're supposed to conduct what everybody else is doing.
Well, and you were vamping for us so we could write things down really fast, which we appreciate.
Yeah,
we'd be happy to return the favor at some future time.
Not now.
We could talk drunkenly with each other for a little bit.
I think there was. Franklin was catching his throat he had
Emily-
a frog in his throat for a second.
Emily, I am so impressed with all of you for your poetry. I feel kind of like I've rubbed off a little bit, or I want to take notes from you because I'm impressed.
Miss Dickinson, I take notes from you every single day.
It's so sweet.
And I try to spend as much time with you as I can. I always listen to the words.
I love you guys
and I
so
don't often
much.
sneak through your journal to read what you say because it's good stuff.
You sneak read my journal? I think I'm going to be really mad about
I
that
just
later.
get ideas for rhymes.
In my
and
kingdom,
poetry.
one must be able to fight with words as well as anyone. A king that cannot fight his own rap battles is no one's king.
That's beautiful.
Word.
I want to meet you guys in real life. That's what I want to do.
Just beautiful. I love it.
It's that thing that most of the rest of us have to live.
No chance of
Okay,
that.
cuz. I'll give it a shot.
Oh, here it goes.
Yo, 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 yo! I'm the original George W. That makes me the first. My love for America makes my heart burst. In the future, I want to get some German bratwurst. The teeth that I have, they are wooden. Later on, we'll go back to the hoodin. Because kingdoms are forbidden. And he looks over at you, he looks over at you and says, cuz I hate this shit. He just walks away, goes down. The audience doesn't really applaud for Franklin.
Your
He just
young
goes off
cousin
and-
Emily
tends to
does.
speak a lot of German.
Emily does.
I'd watch out for that.
And,
Watch out for that.
This could be a date that will live in infamy.
so that happens, and you still have no pants.
Oh,
I have pants.
I don't even know if I
Red
don't have
pants.
pants.
Except for you, yeah.
Hey, hey.
I wear
Can
a
I
frock
sober
coat
up?
most places. I'm covering up all the important bits.
You do. You sober up. The next morning, you are invited. I'm seeing the clock, so I gotta be mindful of that too. QQ, is there anything rolling right after this?
No.
Perfect.
We're just rating somebody, but I'll talk about that later.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. Give me one last meta meltdown.
Oh,
What's
Oh,
a meta
you-
meltdown?
So you are going to exchange randomly.
oh, good. Just tell me where you want to go.
Who you got first?
Slewfoot's it.
Please give that to Crash.
Emily
Have fun.
Emily Dickinson, please give that to Johnny.
Richard Gatling.
Please give that to Lisa.
Yeah, I'm familiar
Teddy
with this one.
Roosevelt.
Please give that to Teddy. And whatever's left you've got.
I'll take Johnny Appleseed.
Actually, why don't you two switch? That'd be more entertaining.
Who's me and him?
Yep. Because that morning, as you get up and you were getting ready,
It's still warm.
as you get up that morning, you get ready to head off to breakfast and such.
Bear was
Bully, I'm gonna go kill some breakfast.
Yes.
What breakfast can I kill? Do I have game in my fields?
Yes, so
I offer
you
you
were
a nice
given the
round of apples
opportunity
with
the
some
next morning is also a tradition in the kingdom of Yosemite that you are allowed the opportunity in the morning to receive a double share of breakfast
Because I've killed it.
for your ability to shit.
Hopefully
That's
it
not
comes
what
with
you have
grit.
to do.
Your ability to shit.
That tends to happen in the
some more
mornings.
apples and
You know,
less mammoth jerky.
And after all the booze we consumed last night.
For your ability to ride a bison.
So we need to ride bisons to prove our worth for breakfast.
Yes, that's how it
Understand.
works in this town.
It's a holiday. We call it the bicentennial.
I invented it.
You are given
It is
each
glorious.
the opportunity to ride a bison, and before that, I need you to declare what your intended approach is going to be for corralling a bison, because you aren't given one to hop on. You basically are led to an enclosed corral in which there is a bison who's hanging out there, and your assignment is to enter the corral, get on top of this bison, and then ride it.
Well, I've got this invention.
Is there
it's
a
like
distance or a
saddle.
time that you must remain
It's
atop
whoever
it?
rides it the best.
The best,
Whoever
not the
rides
longest?
it the best gets to eat first and gets a double share.
Well, how could Slewfoot Sue not win?
Yes. So I need everyone to give me, in their current character, what they would do for that. And to make it more fair, because the president always rides the bison. In this case, the president has to do, the president has to figure out how to ride two bison astride at the same time.
Excellent. And is this our rule of cool that we're doing?
Yes.
Aha, I understand.
So I need you to give me what you're going to use, and then the chat's going to vote on it.
Starting here and going down.
Yes.
What? Oh.
And also, chat, Alienator, if you've not already, could you please foreshadow so we know what one of these people's roles is going to be?
Okay. I am, of course, familiar with all the bison in the area. They love me, they know me, because I have Yosemite area knowledge, and I know these bison by name. In fact, that one's name is George, and that one's name is Sally. And George and Sally are very cooperative bison. They love me a lot. So I'm going to put my big stick astride both bison like a surfboard. And I am going to stand atop the big stick like a surfboard, having wilderness tracking, bull riding, moose riding. They're like mooses. They're like big mooses. Mises? No, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I put my big stick on them and ride it like a surfboard. Because I know
Sounds good.
George and Sally personally.
Sounds good. So that is your goal.
George and Sally.
Yes.
Big stick.
Well, I'm gonna take this saddle of soothing that I made, and I'm gonna sneak up behind it and put it on and sit on it, and then I deposit a coin, and it vibrates in a very pleasurable way for both of us.
Thank you, Richard Gatlin.
You must have actually looked at my equipment list, 'cause I'm pretty sure that's on there.
Quick question. We're doing this in turn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's right. And Emily Dickinson. We're doing this in turn, in the same order, right?
Well, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then as soon as she's done, he's done, I'm going to climb up on his saddle, and I'm going to ride that one.
Oh, that's just cheating.
Who says that I won't take my saddle with me when I
As soon as
get
she's
up?
done, I'll be on it.
She's very quick.
And you, Johnny Appleseed.
Well, I have, as you know, animal control in the summoning of rodent. So I'm going to summon a rat swarm that I will then have form into the shape of a buffalo, and then talk to the other buffalo and basically vouch for my character, say he's a really good guy. I know several other rat-formed buffaloes who would be happy to serve as references. And then once he approves me for the position, and I'll do this with great humility, you know, oh, you're just saying that. No, Johnny Appleseed, we, the intelligent rat swarm in the shape of a buffalo, really do think you're a fabulous dent. And then I ride on the buffalo, whom I also offer apples.
It's funny because the last time we did this, it was Matt who made me play the intelligent rat swarm.
It seems people like.
I like it. I forget who you are right now, Crash.
Me too. No, I'm Slewfoot Sue.
Oh, that's right.
Silly, don't be stupid.
What would you like to do, Slew?
Okay, well, as you know, I am an expert rider. And I have some fancy hammer pants still, right?
Yep.
But I also have...
You can use the bowl if you need.
But I also still have my bustle, my bouncing bustle.
Yes, you said the bouncing bustle.
All right, well, I'm going to go for, I'm going to just walk up to the buffalo, just right, clear as day. I'm going to drop my lasso on the ground, pull my gun belt off, drop it on the ground, right in front of the buffalo, so he just sees what I'm doing. I'm going to walk up to him, I'm going to slap him upside his face. Just like that. Then when he tries to gore me, I'm going to bounce off, I'm going to throw myself backwards, bounce off the ground, and land right on his back.
I like it.
Backwards.
I like it. Chat, do we have a vote yet? Or I guess we can get a vote now on who
That's
will be
right.
doing what.
I'm trying to mount it reverse Buffalo Girl style.
You're going to do the reverse Buffalo Girl?
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you need us to recap?
Yeah, why don't you do a recap while they're setting up the vote?
I'm using animal training and my big stick to surfboard ride 2 buffaloes together, like astride, because that's cool.
Yes.
I'm using my vibrating saddle.
I'm stealing Professor Sibian's sound.
Intelligent rat swarm in the shape of a buffalo vouching for my character, also apples.
And then, slap, bounce, reverse Buffalo Girl.
Slap, bounce, reverse Buffalo Girl.
We broke Lisa.
Oh, broken Lisa,
God.
that's fine.
God for the
Oh,
hat.
man.
Oh, this is still warm.
I still have to do a golden waffle after this.
There's 2, aren't there?
No, we
The
did
one we
first
missed from last week?
What is a golden
Oh, yeah,
waffle?
there's the other one that you got to do, too.
I'll send the video out.
No, we got to do it. We've got
We have time?
We
We
can
are
go a little
so-
late.
we are running-
Doesn't matter. We've got to do it. We're 2 weeks late now.
Yeah, I know, but
We're good. There's nothing after us.
We're good.
We're just we're,
not for you.
no, I mean there's nothing after the show. We're just rating. Looks like the winner is Nick.
Yeah, clearly.
Nick, you are going to critically succeed on your thing.
Oh.
So
I didn't really give that much thought.
You mean the winner is Johnny Appleseed?
I'm sorry, Johnny Appleseed. The winner. The winner is you, Johnny.
Truthfully, the voice does have to work for you.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. So I'm not going to ask you guys to go through
crap,
each
I
one of
don't
these things.
understand.
But yeah, so you do each attempt your various ways of dociling the buffalo and getting yourselves to mount them, get everything taken care of and such. And yeah, when all is said and done, the most amazing approach that anyone has seen, possibly ever, was Johnny Appleseed's sentient rat swarm buffalo.
It's a good trick.
As a conciliary dealing with, or conciliary?
It's not
dealing
what you know, it's who
who
you
you
know.
know. That was simply smashing, that was fantastic, Johnny.
The apples help.
They
Oh my
always
gosh.
do.
Yeah, they do.
And so yeah, so after that you guys sit down, you're having breakfast, and then and you're back to yourselves.
Oh.
You're back to
Okay.
yourselves. And one of the king's attendants shows up and says, Your Majesty, I hate to interrupt your meal.
I'm in the middle of killing breakfast.
I'm aware, but a messenger has arrived. It's Orville. Orville Wilbur Wright.
Redenbach?
He's here?
Yes, the Wright brother.
I see.
Oh, I've been trying to meet that man or those men or that. I think they're men.
He and his flying machine touched down a few minutes ago.
Where?
Bully!
Where?
Just outside the kingdom walls. He says he has word.
Oh.
He says that war is coming.
Gallon didn't hear that part because he was running.
Marvelous. Against whom? It doesn't matter.
And then on that note, marvelous against whom, it doesn't matter. That is where we close for today. That is where we polish. That's where we end things off. And if you're wondering, chat, yes, James Dean should be over Wilbur Wright, the Wright brother, next week. And he did sign off on that name. So, yeah, that's, wow. Good job, you guys.
Good job, newbies.
I was so not expecting that flood. Yeah, everything that was originally in the docket for today, all out the window, and that's okay. We came up with other stuff to do instead.
You can use it later.
I need to do at least one waffle, I know, because I've got one here to drop. Let's see, what else to say? Yes, we should be getting James back next week as well, in addition to the 5 fine folk that we have here right now. I want to especially thank Lisa and Matt for coming to play today.
Yay!
You guys picked it up very well.
A lot of fun.
If you haven't checked it out online, Twitter, Discord, etc., please be aware that that we're always checking for for fan art and things like that. We had some more fan fiction last week.
It was so good.
So good.
Wrote a backstory for Richard Gatling.
Hence in the pants.
Yes, and similar to the story that she wrote for Ninja Emily Dickinson, it's completely canon. And we actually, again, deliberately tried to incorporate some of that into the story, the characters, etc. So give it a shot.
If we ever do
if
the
you're
source
interested
book,
in...
that's going in.
Well, what?
If we ever do the Metaverse source book, that's going in.
Absolutely. You guys have been fantastic. We will get Lisa and Matt back next week. I have a waffle to drop. Did we ever hit that third waffle? I know we were.
Did we get 2?
I know we hit 2.
Oh wow, good job. Thanks, chat.
First waffle is going to be from Missile Monkey, who wants.
Oh, I'm excited.
Well, I don't know what the waffle
Who
is.
wants mariachi?
Ha!
And Dealer's Choice, which means that we get to pick pop cultural reference.
Oh, is there a way we could do a type of music that wouldn't be culturally appropriative?
We could
You just
figure
need
something
trumpets.
Great.
You just need trumpets.
And
I just like to give them extra stuff.
so the second one is going to be Our Green Paradox, who requests a song about Star Wars in the manner of a Journey power ballad.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
Good.
That's excellent.
That's never been done before.
And
That's excellent.
There's so many to choose from, too.
that's going to be really
So many.
interesting. And then I need to do one right now.
That'll have
All
a
right.
good guitar bit to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I should
great.
bring my little drum, my little...
Hell yes, you should.
QQ,
Yeah.
if you want to go ahead and drop the music for just a second, I'm going to fumble my way through this, and I'm just gonna say it, chat. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
No, your words are good.
It's the electro swing is the part that
Yes.
is just.
You have great words.
So who's your
So-
waffle? You're doing electro swing for who?
Yeah, let me find all the details. I'm
What's
trying to open
electro
up. So this is a song about Stargate for Techie
Okay.
Terror, using electro swing. Full confession, didn't know what the hell electro swing
Is it like
was
swing music?
until
With
looking this up.
At a rave?
One of my 6th graders told me what it was.
It's what happens when EDM hipsters discover jazz.
It's actually kind of fun.
It's fun. It sounds like we're in a cartoon.
And
Really?
so
Kind of.
this is going to be.
Am I old enough not to need to know about that?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. We can do this. I'm so ungodly nervous right now.
Emily Dickinson performed bad poetry in front of people.
I did the.
Sing Alligator Marvin
I
Gaye.
did the
You can
worst
fucking
rap
do
battle
it.
I spent
ever.
most of this campaign shirtless.
See if I can remember this song.
I spent most of it.
Okay, here we go. Wish me luck.
Look.
That's what it is?
Can you hear that, QQ?
Closer to the mic.
Close to the
Reminds me
mic.
of
Okay,
Postmodern
let me move it
Jukebox,
closer to the
usually,
mic.
Like pop songs.
Yeah, it's kind of, but it's.
Or move the mic closer to it.
That's easier for me right now. Okay. Is that loud enough?
I don't know if Chris can.
I need to be louder? Okay, I'm gonna yell it and just screw it. It's gonna be a GIF. Life will go on.
Free dance.
Techie Carer. 20 years ago, there was a show on TV that not many people watched, but not so much me. In hindsight, a mistake of mine. Since it gave MacGyver more on-screen time, can only ponder all the things that he could do, working with science and future tech too, through dimensions near and far, using a Stargate, not a space car. I missed the third verse. I have to come back to it later now.
Come back.
Let's say this is the break now.
Just dance.
Okay. I had to find a royalty-free electro swing song, which was more difficult than I expected. Mashed up mythos. That's right. I'm gonna back up a second. I like the part. Mashed up mythos. Meta jokes with snappy comebacks, politics, and aliens. Spin-offs, movies, cartoon, and a video game. Sounds like we should learn from them. "214 episodes of SG. Atlantis did 100 more. I'm impressed. Universe tacks on another 40 just for kicks, and clearly this franchise deserves more props than I gave it. Yep, I'm convinced. I'll give the whole thing a shot. Though it's tricky with the little free time I got. We'll find a way to work it in. That's about all I've got now, because I'm so off key. Screw it.
You were not off key.
I think you sound great.
You were not off key.
I can live with it.
I still like this music.
I like that little bit there. Oh, here we go.
Makes you want to play Day of the Tentacle.
Ignorance doesn't have to end this song. I've got Wikipedia. What could go wrong? The Goa'uld are so bad. Alien parasites make you go mad.
Yeah!
I'm sorry, Techie Carrot. That's what I've got for you right now.
That was marvelous.
Applaud away his shame.
It's just, yeah, applaud away my shame. You know what? Screw it. It's
Louder,
okay.
louder, everyone, quick!
It's like making a fairy come back to life.
It's exactly like that.
Oh, Lord God in heaven. Cool. So I think we got one more. Is that we got the Michael Jackson?
I can if we. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna raid after this. So
Gonna what after this?
Raid.
they're gonna raid. They're gonna go over to another channel, and
Neat.
so we're good.
What do you need?
I gotta get out some things. So
Okay.
It'll take me.
QQ, do you want to explain the raid while we?
Well, he gets
He
out
just
some
tripped
things.
over a guitar.
What
Are you
I'll
okay?
do, guys, is the same thing I've determined to do for that other one. Is actually sit
Think
down,
I'm on
record it, and
screen.
play it for you.
Stand behind Chris.
Yeah,
See,
you're good.
that's what I would have liked to have done.
So after
But I asked him.
Christian
Chris told me no.
plays his golden waffle, we will be rating Josephine. So JCVIM and Alien Knitter should be posting leaks to that. And what was that? That is to that.
Words are hard.
Yeah, words are hard. I am also hungry.
Try saying it with a lisp.
We all are.
And so links should be posted and raid once we start posting in her stream. So and then we'll host. Awesome. Cool. Makes
Cool.
sense. I'm not normally on screen, so I don't know what to say.
fine.
You did excellent.
You did better than
Thank
many
you.
actors.
So, yeah, so you two know, I don't know if I think you heard at the beginning, but so what happens is we have certain goals, and if we reach those goals, then we reward the audience for their support by doing a golden waffle, which
they're
is
awesome.
basically a song about some combination of things.
Nice.
Okay.
And it was, and honestly, and you've already heard this, so I'm not saying anything that's like a trade secret or something. It really came up from just doing the math and realizing that the way it worked, if we hit the first target, we had raised enough to pay the cast.
Yay!
And if we hit
Hey!
the second target, we had raised enough to break even on everything.
For Zoe, like Zoe's thing, right?
So,
Neat.
So both of you?
yeah. So, I forgot to tell him that. No, Matt, never mind.
Oh yeah,
no.
nope.
Matt, while we're going for time, I know you have some recent stuff you've been doing with your writing and such. Is there anything you want to talk about, Lisa? Any shows that you want to
Plug.
take a moment to plug?
Well, I'm between campaigns right now. I just wrapped up a Kickstarter for a new novel last month, which I am finding ways to not work on right now during the day, practicing my advanced writing avoidance techniques.
Nice.
I'm at a knot in the wood of the story right now. It's over half done.
Cool.
Still coming along. Should hit the deadline, no problem. If you'd like to see about it or follow along what I'm doing, I'm on Patreon myself, patreon.com/MattVansel. There's a video there of Brian Lewis as me, which I really need to take down.
Oh yeah, that sounds
And
embarrassing.
keep your eyes peeled for the public release of Journey Quest Season 3,
Yep.
which should be happening whenever.
We have
I
all
don't
the
actually know.
boxes that are
The
happening.
boxes are in, so
The boxes are in. When people get them, after everybody gets their discs, then we can like put it out on the internet.
Correct.
So when that happens, then you can see the thing.
Yeah, there was a huge delay on the printing of the discs for the show, and I think it was about 2 months actually was the delay. They have all been, I think they've all arrived now because they keep showing up at my house.
Hopefully they're
And,
done.
I've seen the pictures there.
Yes.
You can
it's
totally do like a
stalking me.
Minecraft fort out of all those things.
Hey, I'm
insane.
shot of luck.
You don't have it?
I don't have it with me. No.
Okay, Ro, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
probably
so
in the
sorry.
car.
We will get this fixed. Lisa, is there
I
anything?
will get this fixed.
Lisa, anything you wanted to talk about?
Sure. I have an episode of Twin Peaks that is going to be airing. I don't know if my episode is Sunday, May 21st, but the show airs on Showtime Sunday, May 21st.
Cool.
I will be down in LA watching it with the cast and crew, so I'm super excited about that.
Do you get to wear a fancy dress?
Yes.
Nice.
Chris and I produced and we acted in a new web series called Wizard Wednesdays, and,
I've done some of it.
Sarah's working on the editing of that, so watch for that to drop, and then we hopefully will be doing a crowdfunding campaign to shoot the rest of the season this summer. So
Cool.
Yep.
Well, thank you all so much. It has been a kick and a blast as always. We've had so much fun. And we will be here next week, same time as always on Masters of the Metaverse, where clearly you guys are running the show and it just gets insane.
Yes.
So thank you a ton, and we will have those other waffles for you next week.
Rock on, chat.
You know what to do. Go over to Josephine's channel and raid!
Raid.
Go Twitters.
Raid!
Do we still
Yeah, you
keep
can
doing
use-
this?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's hands are fine.
We just
Spirit fingers?
keep going.
I can
Just
do
keep
the
raiding.
spirit fingers, yeah.
Keep raiding. Keep raiding. Raid like crazy.
Button mash, button mash, button mash.
Jazz Hands is rating.
I don't know.
This is how I
I've
play
never
Starfighter.
raided. I've barely